Welcome to Cranky Live, the show where bold minds meet real talk. This isn't your average sports or news show. It's where we break down sports, culture, and controversy with facts, fire, and fearless honesty. Here, truth cuts through the noise, and hype gets exposed. From football to track and field, from world issues to local debates, we ask the tough questions, speak without fear, and go deeper than the headlines. We don't follow the crowd, we set the trend. While others recycle the same tired takes, we bring fresh insight, unfiltered analysis, and bold perspectives. No echo chambers, no puppet talk, just real conversation for people who think for themselves. Listen with your brain, not just your ears. Think critically, question boldly, and speak freely. This is Cranky Live, where reason rules the mic and truth always win. Come on, let's get into it. Ah boy. Good night. Start off but early. Good night, everyone. As you come in, you know the routine. Bless up, one love. Thanks for joining me. Looking forward to a good show this evening. Normal timeline. A little bit later than normal. But better late than never. Thought I was fully prepared for this, apparently not. Bless up, Paul Watkins. Also chant for joining. I said thanks for joining. Muffling my words here, or muzzling my words. What do you want to call it? Not muzzling, muffling them. Have a lot to talk about this evening. The key part of the discussion will be about Jamaica football, but we'll start with other things first, and then we roll into it. Bless up, Johnny Powell. Thanks for being here. I'm going to just jump on some sports things quickly, and then jump in some other things. So first thing I want to talk about is my Knicks won last night. They beat the Lakers. We have been having a very tough season. Well, a mixed season so far. We won the preseason tournament, which is always not necessarily the best thing for the teams who win it. And then we lost 9 of 11? Now we won 6 straight. So that's a good thing. It's good to be playing well at a good time. Everybody was trying to trade for or looking at Giannis and his bad calves and want to trade for him. I think we could use him. I would give them Bridges and Towns for Giannis, because Towns is rebounding well, but by other part of his game, can't play inside, and his outside shot has left him. And then Bridges is too inconsistent for me. And he's not been playing on the stretch for the last couple of games. Shamet has been playing instead of him. So, but anyway, that's the basketball thing. And then I was reading some article today. We'll go to my list. I was reading an article today where it said Ronaldo is unhappy because Benzema has been trained to a team that is 1 point outside of away from his team in the competition in Saudi Arabia. Has there been a more spoiled? Let me take out this thing here. I think we're a more spoiled person in the world than Ronaldo. Ronaldo reminds me of the president of the United States. And like a baby, people bail and cry. They have the world at their feet and still I cry and make up their face and whine like little babies. So annoying to watch. I was never a Ronaldo fan, to be honest. I'm a Messi fan. So yeah, Towns is soft, Juras. I agree. Bless up, Dr. Dan. Thanks for joining. By the way, people, tomorrow evening at 7:30, Dr. John is gonna join me for a program. I'm gonna do it both on my Balance View channel and Cranky Live. It's to talk about a couple of diseases that materially affect blacks more than other races in high blood pressure / hypertension and diabetes. So we're going to talk about those tomorrow. I have a lot of questions to ask him, and so it should be a very informative show. So, and it's not an old people disease as some people think. So nothing happy old people can watch it. Young people have these type of diseases too. So, and I'm not sure if disease is the right word. Disease just have a toxic name to it. The concept of disease just seems very toxic. So they probably should relabel those things. Health challenges, I'm gonna call them. But anyway, we're gonna do a show tomorrow night, 7:30. Join me, talk about this. Should be a good discussion. Bless up, Jay Black, Talman, Skipper Tone, Tejaya. Is that Tejaya or Tejaya 777? Dr. Dan said, Cranky deserve all. He's one of the best. Messi does the same, but we just don't know. Well, Messi don't come in public crying about these things. Messi's always been very humble, actually. I heard he ran Barcelona when he was there, but he comes across, at least in the public domain, to be very humble. You never know. Whereas the Arsenal jersey, that's for tomorrow when we played Chelsea. I was going to wear the Arsenal jersey, but I don't want to think people think I'm rubbing it in. By the way, I bought this jersey by mistake. I say, may I wear it? I buy it by mistake. I didn't mean to buy this. It's a Real Madrid jersey. I'm the Real people jersey, but I had like 3 Arsenal jerseys I picked up this evening. I said no. And when I picked up, I had green in it, which wouldn't work. So I'm going to wear it tomorrow and play Chelsea. Because I don't want to rub it in people's face. I'm trying to be very humble, given where we are in the league. And we're going to touch upon that. Obviously, that's the one of the major topics for this evening. So I was listening to a program. I'll play something for you. I was into a program. I'm going to hear this evil. So I'm going through my little list first before I go to the main topics. There are 3 main topics for the evening. Let's start off with. We're going to talk about the EPL, the last of the games, where the games are, where the league is, and where it's going. May touch upon Champions League too. Then we'll touch upon some of the Reggae Boyz who have made moves over the transfer window, and also touch upon Reggae Boyz, how they're doing for their club teams. And then last, but probably most importantly, go to the 52-man squad, or in my view, let me call it 54, 55, and pick out what we deem to be the 26-man who we should be considering, even though one of the key players that I had on my list got injured today. Hope it's not too bad, but knowing him, it probably is, and he's not being part of the team so far. So that's going to be the main part of the discussion. But I'm a very humble Arsenal fan until we win. For the Jamaica's U20 and U17s, I have a lot of football coming up. The U17 girls are playing, as you know now, CONCACAF tournament. I can't say I watched entire games. I glance at games. I see Dominican Republic look good. The Latin American countries seem to be playing much more football when it comes to women, giving them more opportunities. And the Caribbean seem to be falling further and further behind. I think, didn't Trinidad play Peru in a couple of games and got about 12 love? Then the under 17 girls got 7 love. Oh, Lord help them. From El Salvador. Poor Trinidad. And Jamaica ain't much better either. I think Jamaica need to expand this base from local to global. Because I know the Jamaica under 20 boys who 2 years ago embarrassed the country. I'm sorry to say it, but they did. Got 15 love in 3 games. You hear me talk about it ad nauseum. Rudolph Austin is not the coach. And Rudolph Austin, you may not watch my program, but someone should tell you. Please make sure you scour the globe to get the best players on your team. I do admit and do agree that you will have to have some local players on your team, because that's how it works. Doesn't have a quota. Quota if you only 7 overseas born players, but get some, because the last time I got a CONCACAF and embarrassing. And the under 17 who only had to beat the host to get through, lost by a goal. When the World Cup is set up so anybody can go and them still never reach. CONCACAF get too much team to go in and still never reach. So it's embarrassing. So I was listening to Talk Sports the other day. I'm gonna play it. Let me say it. It speaks for itself. It's very short. Then I can talk about it.
Leftish post, bacon again. You fancy about you? That's right up your street, the Caribbean.
Oh, the Caribbean. I've just been in the Caribbean. Well, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? The last time in 2024, I thought I was getting it, and all of a sudden, as Steve McLaren has pipped me to it. So I did ring the guy and say to him, "Have you been talking to the wrong Steve, or you got mixed up?" But it might have been something that would have been interesting to me. Certainly, an international job at my age, maybe we'll see. But I've really enjoyed working in the media, and let me tell you, sometimes when you're watching from afar, and I'm watching Everton versus Leeds the other day, and you're looking at the dugout and looking at the changes that they're making and the stress that they go through, and sometimes a little bit easier just to sit and commentate and
So that was Steve Bruce, who was coach a number of teams, Crystal Palace, Newcastle, I think was the last team he coached. Had a tough time there. Hayden played for him then too actually. I think he got Hayden from Arsenal. He got Willock also. Willock played for him. But as you hear him saying, he was dealing with a 3-card man. He thought he got the job. Mix up the Steve them. In the realize that Steve McLaren was working with the head of the technical committee on that that youth program. Steve then mix up. That was Steve Bruce. Steve same thing, get the job. And him called the guy. Him can't even remember the person name who he talked to. So he mixed up the Steve them and you. Or Steve Bruce. So these were all the quality coaches were told that people are not going to do for Coach Jamaica. And some recycled coach them. You never know that. If you're a recycled coach, and so what Jamaica, Coach Jamaica is, he went on further to say that Jamaica had a number of English-born players, and that's one of the things that interested him actually. So, yeah, bless up. Biggest jersey in the world, you took me in terms of size? I have no problem wearing other people's jersey. I wouldn't wear a Spurs jersey. I wouldn't wear a Man U jersey. They don't play English Premier League, so I don't really care. And last time we played them, we boxed them up. As I said, I made a mistake and buy this jersey, so I'm gonna wear it. Why wouldn't I? And I like white too. No, I'm not a Madrid fan. I'm not anti-Madrid. That's the thing. I'm not anti-Madrid. But see, I can't wear them. I'm a PFE to us, so I wear it. I'm an Arsenal fan. You see, I have Emirates. The Emirates attract me. I didn't even look on the jersey people. Just the Emirates, I'm gonna buy it. And then realize I mistake me make. I'm saying, no, I'll wear it. No, stop wear it. But no, Steve Bruce thought he had a job. And he didn't have the job. Now let's talk about Premier League, and then we'll talk about some Reggae Boyz on the move, and then we'll talk about my predicted 26-man squad. This week was a really good week for the Premier League leaders, Arsenal. It was an interesting Saturday and Sunday. I didn't even watch the game today. I really didn't care, to be honest. I was too busy doing other things. I'm trying to put up a better picture here. Can I do it this way? Yeah, that may be better. So you can see the scores up there. We'll go through them quickly. Let me talk about the table. Brighton, Everton, that was a good game. Everton came back late to score in that game. Arsenal played Leeds. And, this could have been a difficult game because Leeds were playing really well at home. They're winning all their games, most of their games at home. And people complain that we are a set piece team. Well, we don't care, people. I don't give a what or how we win the championship. We just want to win it. We can think about good, pretty football next year and smooth football and all that stuff. We just gonna keep recycle it, get corners, get some set pieces, score, and if we win the league that way there, we don't care. We just want to win the Premier League. We can think about all the other league cups and UCL and Carabao Cup and FA Cup. We just want to win the league. And frankly, the last 3 games before this game, we weren't looking like it. We were messed up. We drew with Nottingham Forest. We drew with Liverpool. And I don't hear anybody talking about this, but Man U beat us, and fair and square, they beat us. But people are talking about the fact that we were comfortable in that game until Zubimendi had a brain freeze. Like, that's not even debatable. Oh, the U17 started? Okay. Oh, it did? I didn't know the U17 men started. I know the women were playing. So I was a little bit taken aback to hear all the commentary that talked about the game, as if Man U just came in and spanked us on left. We were leading 1-0. We're comfortable. And I have no idea. And Gabriel did that. I think was it the week before or 2 weeks before that? Just pass the ball to the forwards again, go score. I mean, it's crazy doing that. And yeah, we're playing them from the back, but that was asinine. I don't like my goalkeeper to pass the ball on the middle of the 18-yard line, and teams get caught up with that. And I know they're trying to draw the defense in. I'm not a fan of that. Boot the ball upfield. We can keep it up the field. We don't have to try to take risk in our goals and then give the goal away. And that hurt us bad. But hey, I'm glad we won the Leeds game. And then we had Bournemouth Wolves, and Wolves are going to go down. And they sold Larson for 48 million. How do you get sold for 48 million when you score 1 goal this season? I know he scored about 12 or 14 last year, but Man scored 1 goal this season in 20-something games. He gets on the bench and he cost 48 mil. Lord, help us. Chelsea came back from 2 down to beat West Ham. I thought West Ham faltered in the second half. They were good in the first half. They should have been up 3-0. And Chelsea were resting all their players to play us tomorrow and almost cost them, but they came back and won. Liverpool looked really good against Newcastle. Newcastle should have been up, actually. Yes, I agree, Apache. This woman that cost us. Liverpool played well, but Newcastle should have been up a couple. Newcastle were missing their entire midfield, weren't they? They're missing Guimaraes, they were missing Joel Linton. Yeah, they were missing most of their midfield, actually. So it was a tough game for them. And they're falling back. They're not doing well. After they didn't buy well in the forward line. I mean, they tried to get Ekitike, and he went to Liverpool, and he was brilliant. He's been the best summer acquisition so far. Wirtz is coming on, or whatever you call him. Because he was poor the first 15 or so games, but has played well the last 6 or 7 games. So Liverpool looking good, actually, but maybe a little bit too late to catch us. Aston Villa lost to Brentford. 10-man Brentford. 10-man Brentford. Brentford was down to 10 men, I should say. Not 10-man. 10 players. They were down to 10 players after getting a stupid red card at almost the end of the first half. But held on to win. And Aston Villa choked. So they're now 7 points back. Manchester United up 2-0. I changed this game. I was watching this game and I changed it. And then realized Fulham came back, tied it up, and then Man U scored at the death. So they have now won 3 in a row. And they're now in 4th position. So they're up there, right behind Villa. Nottingham Forest draw Crystal Palace. And Nottingham Forest what? Are they 3 or 5 points behind? We'll look at it. Behind our head of West Ham. They're still in that fight to stay up. And Tottenham and Man City. I know Sunderland won 3-0, so we're going to spend no time on that. But Tottenham and Man City was an interesting game. I watched the first half, almost turned my TV off. And we were hoping that Tottenham would beat them or draw because they've done so. They have been the one team in the league that's given Pep the most trouble. And he has a losing record against them. And I thought, okay, it's not the good Spurs team. They're really down the table. They're not doing well. But they'll come out and fight. Sarr is back. Basuma is now in the team. There was no Spence. There's no Madison long term. There's no Kulusevski. They have missed a bunch of players. Bunch. I think they missed about 10 first team players. Romario came out at halftime, probably had a headache from all the pressure he was getting. And so he's the captain. He's a head case. And then they came back and tied the game. Now, I will admit, I'll put my hand up. The first goal should not have been given. So Solanke made a good move, came inside, getting ready to shoot. Gay came back. His foot went between Solanke and the ball. Solanke kicked him first, then towed the ball. It's a foul. Anyway, but Sunday's a foul. I'm not going to cry about it, but it's a foul. And that's how they scored the first goal. And then from then, the momentum changed. And Solanke scored one of those brilliant goals. I see Giroud and people scoring over time and tied it up. And Arsenal not complaining. We gained 2 points. But the lead should be 4 points, not 6. But we're not complaining. So we can afford to lose 2 games, a better goal difference, and still be up there. Haaland goals have dried up, which is good. Because he's not scoring. But even he's not scoring, to me, the most you know what? I did say Ekitike is probably the best signing so far. I'm not sure I should have said that. Because Turkey is ridiculous, people. Ridiculous. He's just skinning people for fun. I see him go by Romario, the captain for Spurs, like he didn't exist. He's trying to touch him and hold him, and he can't even touch him. And was a brilliant save by the Spurs goalkeeper to prevent him from scoring that second goal. So he's been a wonderful player. Brilliant. I wish we had somebody on our team like that. We have Madueke, but Madueke is what them call fast and foolish. Him can beat you, him have speed, but him get to the 18-yard line. The 18-yard box, him just turn full. As I said, Jamaica, him turn full. So that's not a good look. But great for Spurs. I don't want Spurs to win games. I'm not a Spurs hater like most Arsenal fans because they're not important. Yes, I do agree with that, Red Skull. I do agree with that. I think Groupie he scores brilliant goals. brilliant goals. Not one, not two, as a number of them. Every time I see him to watch a game, he's scoring one of those spectacular goals, and he did so again this weekend. So yeah. Somebody said, "But to Robert and the 17 girls." Okay. Who are they playing? Who are they playing? You guys are multitasking. What are they playing? I think Jamaica's strategy probably should be, I know they want to give the local kids an opportunity, and they should, but they should supplement that with overseas born players, because when these kids are young and they're very good and they have ability, and you bring them in early and get them acclimated, it can only help you going forward in terms of them playing for the national team, especially the ones have unlimited potential. So Jamaica should really work on that. Really work on that. And it costs the country, and we don't. And I know that the boys under 20, we'll see what happens with them if they bring in any overseas born players in the team, because I know there are a number of good players who may want to join. And when John Wall was here, trying to bring in 14, and they didn't allow it. So here's the table. I'll go through this and finalize this. As you can see, we are ahead with 53 points, 6 points out of Man City, and a 3-goal difference. 46 for Villa, and Villa is feeling the breath of Man U behind them, and they're a point behind City. And the Premier League is getting 5 teams. People keep saying top 4. It's no longer top 4. The Premier League is so strong; it's going to be top 5. This year they have 6 teams in the Champions League, because Spurs won the Europa League, and Spurs came 4th in the first round of the Champions League. But Man U is hot. Man U is hot. They haven't lost in a number of games. See, 5 games here, and they haven't lost. 2 draws and 3 wins. Chelsea also have 3 wins in a row, so they're just a point behind. I think the top 5, Villa may get squeezed. Villa has horrendous injuries. Kamara is out. Tielemans may be out. McGinn may be out for the rest of the season. Those 3 may be out. And Watkins was out with a hamstring injury. Onana is out. The entire midfield has been decimated. They've lost their entire midfield. No, Douglas Luiz has come in, and Tammy Abrams has come in, but they have been decimated with injuries. So I'd be shocked if Villa can maintain their position. Now, Leon Bailey did come back. Roma sent him back from his loan spell. And I watched him play. He came on, got enough time. He was okay. He was involved in a play where he tried to save a ball from out of bounds. They went down and scored, but the ball had gone out of bounds. He was okay. He was okay. I mean, he needs to do more. If he wants to stay at Villa, he has to do much more. I don't think he's doing enough. But he'll be in the Jamaica squad, so we need him fit and ready and firing, because he's going to be, even more than in the squad, he's going to be playing. He's going to be playing. So I think the top 6 we have here, no one's going to join this top 6. So Brentford is doing okay, and so is Fulham. Fulham is a good team, actually. And they bought the kid from Man City, who I rate, by the way. I don't know why his name is slipping me. I think he's going to be a good player. Small, diminutive stature, but Oscar Bob is a really good player. He's going to help them. And that's why City has they buy him with the ability to buy him back if Fulham wants to sell him to anyone else. But I think the top 4 will include Liverpool, or top 5, I should say. I think Villa may drop out. They just got too many injuries. It's tough. Yeah, thanks. It's very, very tough. And if you look at the bottom, because the race is always at the top. So if we can win, we have 14 games remaining? I think if we win 11 or 14, we are good. We're going to win the championship. And Liverpool, this is probably the biggest weekend to me of the season so far. If we can beat Sunderland and Liverpool can beat Man City, I don't care what Villa does, then I think it's over. If we go 9 points out of the City, I think it's over. It's going to be hard for us to lose when 13 games remaining for them to claw us back, even though we have to play them, so that's a 6-point game. But if we can beat Sunderland, which is going to be a tough game, they beat Burnley 3-0 today, and they tie with us at their place, and City can lose to Liverpool, which is going to be an interesting game. Given Ekitike is playing, Konate is back, Wirtz is playing much better. It should be interesting. But if we go to the bottom, I think Wolves are down. That's without a doubt. Burnley's down, and then West Ham would 1-2 before the last weekend, and Nottingham Forest are fighting out. These three teams, 20, 26, 26. These three teams are going to one of them going down. Lee's going to be challenged. Nottingham Forest will be challenged. West Ham is playing better. They did buy 2 forwards from Italy who are decent players. Fernandez in the midfield playing well. Their problem is their defense. The defense is the middle of the defense. Marapanos and the rest of the people they have there, they're not good enough. They're not good enough. And that's what we do as Arsenal. We buy defenders first, and we score so much set pieces and we put pieces around them. But I do expect Burnley and Wolves to go down. And of the three, I won't predict yet because even Crystal Palace has been drawn into the race, but I think they'll survive. West Ham can get over. Nottingham Forest is an interesting case. They may be in trouble. Calvin Lewin is scoring for Leeds. If he doesn't score, they're challenged. So that's the EPL. That's the EPL. Then we're gonna talk some Jamaica football. It's not a long show, people. I did say a 2-hour show, but I'm not gonna go 2 hours. So in looking at the transfer news today, I see where Bailey Cadamarti has been sold from Sheffield Wednesday to Wrexham. And Wrexham is a team that's promoted like 4 times from all the Bush leagues, come through National League, League 1, League 2, no Championship, and they want to get promoted. So they bought Bailey Cadamarti for £1 million. So he's transferring teams. He wasn't really scoring goal for Sheffield Wednesday. He has a lot of ability. There were a number of teams pursuing him. I think Millwall wanted him. I think there were like 3 teams after him, actually. But he ended up he's going to Wrexham, who has a lot of money because they have Hollywood people involved with the team. Bless up Michael Gardner. Spurs not going down Red Skull. So good for Cadamarti. Hopefully he gets playing time because he's in contention for the World Cup squad, even though not sure he's going to be in the squad, but he's in contention because Borrell is hurt, and we'll see what happens. But if he can get some game time, and part of the criteria for selection is that you got to get game time. And we're going to talk about that, people, because there's some people not getting no game time. Not getting any game time. Some people not getting game time, people. And we're going to go through it. We'll touch upon them a little bit. And people, there's 114 of you in the chat, and there's only 62 likes. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. Hit the like button. And then we had Whisper. No, secondly, we had K-Raw Anderson, who I was told is playing. Well, I haven't watched him since he went back for Charlton, but he's been sent on loan to Blackpool, who's in League One. Hopefully he gets playing time also. So he's gone to League One from the Championship. And by the way, Tyrese Campbell is playing well for Charlton. And then Whisper, who people are wondering what's his story, what's his situation, what's happening, because we see Chelsea playing all the 5 and 10-year-olds, and he's getting up there in age, in football age, I should say. Whisper is going to Leicester City, who are struggling. Leicester City, who expected to bounce right back up to the Premier League after being relegated, they're in 16th place. They fired their manager. They're in a very tough spot. Very tough spot. So Whisper is going there. Let's hope he gets some game time. Because people have been asking the question as to what's the story with Whisper. What's he doing? He's stuck in the under-21s. He wasn't getting a lot of games. He was coming off the bench in some of the under-21 games. So let's see what happens. He got into a very tough team to get game time, though, because they have a lot of ex-Premier League players on their team. So, but Bobby Reid is at Leicester, so we'll see what happens. But let's hope he gets game time. So that's 3 of the youngsters. And then I did some research on some players. I wonder if I can pull them up. I did some research on some players. It's ugly. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. Let me see if we can pull it up. I did research on some players. And part of the criteria, because I read the criteria again today, is that you have to be performing and you have to be getting game time. And since that has been laid out to everyone, we don't want no complaint. We don't want to try to beat up my best friend Rudolph's speed when he pick him squad. All right. So this is Whisper. You go triple. I mean, not pick one Whisper people, but you know, I'm the main one you have to talk about. So this is Whisper. So Whisper is playing, as you know, in frigid weather, maybe too cold for him. Because somebody say I call Dixon cold, making target or get time. So this is Whisper. This is Cephas. Cephas not getting game time, people. Look on the minutes. There's no 90 minutes there. You know, play 90 minutes all season. You know? The maximum minutes he just played is more recently on January 10th, where he played 45 minutes. Up here, he's not in the squad, on the bench. Last game was 2 minutes, which is on so it's December. Maybe they're on a break now. But this was his stats, the last that I saw. Right? It's up to December. He may not get on game time. I mean, not January, they may be on a break because winters are brutal in Russia. But I mean, game time them soft. That was Cephas. And you have to be getting game time, people. So if he's not getting a game time now, and it's cool, when he more get game time? And the criteria, you have to get game time. And pull up somebody else. Just pull up people who just looking at some players. And we go local players first, because that's important. We know Damian Lowe, now have no team. I mean, you get game time if you don't have team. Right? You can't get game time on the team. So this is Shamar. Shamar not getting game time with the people. Look on Shamar. On 20-year-old, keep him on that team. So this is what? Up to... And this is only, so they're probably on break now. But it's up to November. And then they're getting a game time. So that means they're not playing no football. And the team will be picked soon. Because in February and next month they'll play. So the people not playing on football, people. So that's how we spot Nicholson. What are you going to put up there? What is the nuance? It's not good, people. It's not good. You know, we put Kaim Dixon. Those three players finished it. Yeah, put all the players who finished on the forward line the last game, you know. The last game we played in the National Stadium. I think Whisper, all four Jamaicans were up there now. Nicholson, Cephas, Dixon, and Whisper. So I'll put them up. Those are the last four forwards we had up there. So Cephas not getting no game time. Nicholson not getting no game time. Whisper get limited game time now at 21. And this is Dixon. He might play in a League 2. Well, he's not really a play because, as you can see, he's not really a play. He didn't put on bench. I'm not in a squad. You know, if I'm injured now, because he's not in squad, but something not in squad, that means they don't pick you. So, as you can see, with our speed, I went like cut off him because, you know, the people at Jamaica, like Maverick and people, they are very hell bent on the locally born players being in the squad. And part of the criteria is you have to be playing, right? You have to be playing. That's what Rudolph said. And Rudolph give them an out, you know. Rudolph tell them, say, if you are playing at the highest league in the country, that means if you are playing at Jamaica, JPL, you still have a chance of getting 19. But if you play League 1 and you never play for Jamaica yet, you can't get 19. Even though they have a carve-out and other section, give them some flexibility. Dixon was recalled to Charlton. Okay. Well, if he was recalled, how come he's not showing up any place? Then recall him. Then probably recall him because he's not getting no game. When you're not getting game, then recall the people. Then recall him and send you someplace else. Or probably recall him, put him down to 21. And probably recall him because he's not getting no game time. When they recall you from loan, as you can see, he was on the bench. Look at the whole season. He got game time in the first 4 games, and then it dwindled. He only got 1 game on August 11th. But he got game time initially. When he first went, he was getting game time. But maybe he wasn't performing because he wasn't scoring. I mean, there's no goals here. No, she said there are no goals here. And there are no assists. So I'm not giving no game time. You get 10 minutes after. So I'm not. Yeah. So, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves, people. I'm not make them up. And these are the starting forward line for Jamaica. I know I make go a World Cup. Right, I tell you. And me people like Maverick them attack. Because they don't look on stats. All them do, or not them out. They don't look on stats. Because to them stats don't matter. As if you can score a goal and up become a part of stats. But anyway, Dixon get more game time for Jamaica and get the team club, team League 2 team. Much more game time for Jamaica and get the League 2 team. What DJ gigs that talk about? Everybody's my favorite player, DJ Gig. All the players are my favorite players. I give them credit when they deserve credit, and I challenge and criticize them if need be, and call them out when they don't. I don't really care now. I just want the team to win. You know what? Somebody does the local band players. Let me go Russell. Let me do Russell. Soon come to the list, people. Let me do Russell. And then I get no game time either. So I get more game time now, because you know, get no game time first part of the season. That's why I don't play good in the World Cup qualifiers. You know? See it? Him Ghana, him change club, don't it? Him change club, I think. So him get game time now. Him a player 45, 50, 45, 70. Him I get more game time now. Yeah, in the League One, I get more game time. As you can see before, look at the early part of the season, people. Now get no game time now. Him just target game time. Play 1 and 2 minutes. So when people come play Jamaica, them can't play no football now. Keep picking the people, them not get no game time. Russell should be 19. He not get no game time. So spin up, you not get no game time. You can't replicate game in a practice, you know. You cannot replicate game in practice. If Jamaica team who people that work, I'm saying the recruit team was poor. Not getting game time when I play them. Not that Jamaica a full team. David Security, do you think any of these players will be joining in March? Kelly, Rowe, Anthony, Hutchinson, Greenwood, Davis, Max, Archer. I'll go through that. I'll go through that list. I'll go through that actually. That's part of the conversation tonight. A lot of ones you mentioned will not be. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. Some of them will not be. Some should be. So we'll go through the list. Which other player? I know King getting game time. Let me see about the team. Free get game time. You go from a defense. Rico Henry starting for Brentford. That's a good thing. Starting every game now. Because we've got to realize, Rico was playing in a back five, before he tore up his ACL. And now he come back. Him fit him, I get game time, but Pinnock not get no game time. Pinnock really get game time. Lati getting some game time. Lati's getting some game time more recently, because Lati was injured for the first part of the season. But them teams start lose now. But let's go on Lati. Lati wasn't getting no game time beginning of the season. Him just started getting that game time. Because he was injured for quite a bit. See it? So he's played 2 of the last 4 games. Because he was being benched a lot by Lampard. Look, he was out with a knee injury, not in squad, and then him start come back against Wrexham on the bench. Him get 90 minutes. But when he plays the entire game. Now, part of it could be managing his time, because they don't want to play him too frequently when he come off a knee injury. And he's playing centre-back, by the way. You know these people. Centre-back in there. He can play across the defense and play in the midfield. So. But, his game time is not consistent. He get 90 on bench, 2 game, 90 on bench, 290 on bench. And then lose the 2 game too when keep him out. I don't know why Lampard don't know him, though. And the game when play people, they don't lose. The game them play, they don't lose on them. The 4 game Lati plays, they don't lose on them game there. Them draw, them win. Then the 3 game when they play, them win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when they play. Them lose 4 out of 5. If you put Lati in the team, Lati them good luck charm. Let me get King. King, I get enough game time, man. Last time I checked, King, I get enough game time. This is King. King, I play regularly. Now I play all the game. Okay. When you defend, I get take out the field, and a good thing, but him get enough game time, man. King, I play regular football. Him I play in a back 3 too. So King playing a lot of football. You can see right there, King getting a lot of game time. Whole lot of game time. So King is not an issue. Pinnock is an issue. King is not an issue. Let me put him on another free. Let me see something. I look up a player beside King. He play beside King. He might get enough game time too. He man King partner in the back. So him sit there, him play 90 minutes almost every game. King, one of the two center back pairing, him play on the left side of King, Freckleton. And the reason why I put him up here, because I have Jamaican heritage. But we'll talk about him too. Let me go through. What other player we should look up? Okay, we'll look up the player because if game time is a criteria for selection, you're not getting game time, you have to play. So he isn't getting game time. And he's not too healthy now. If you're coming off at 26 minutes, that's not good. But see him getting game time, but it's mixed. 90, 70, 26. In game time mix. It's not consistent 90. He probably was injured for a while because he was on the bench for a lot and then he started getting enough game time. And we know that what's his name is out. In partner at QPR. So is there anybody else you want me to look up before we move forward? Those players are getting game time now. King getting game time, Freckleton getting game time. You know what I should look at? I don't know name. Even though I'm not sure he's gonna come. Max Aarons. Max Aarons. I get on bench nowadays though. When he first started out, he was getting a lot of game time, then bench, then get enough game time, then get bench again. And now get no game time. Yeah, Max may not be coming. Max like up on the bench. They have new coach. And Max wasn't Mr. Cameron Archer. Now for the man, him not get game time now. Even some of the new people them who may come. Game time is an imperative. I think Archer's had a tough season actually. He only have 2 goals. He's in the championship with Southampton. He's getting game time, but it's not consistently what you'd expect. On the bench, 2 of the last 3 games. Some game time, but as you can see, people appear substitute to matter. 55, 16, 1 minute, 22. He got more game time in the Premier League than he's getting in the championship. I think there's a good forward ahead of him, though. That's probably part of his problem. Ravel Morrison. Is Ravel Morrison league in transfer market? Let's see. I don't think so. Ravel Morrison league is not showing up. They're not on Bush League. They're not on Bush League. And on Bush League. Yeah, not on Bush League. I'm not sure. And I'm bringing on Bush League. So Ravel is not here. But Ravel is lucky because he gets grandfathered in. Because even though you may not play for a league in the contract with the top league in the country, if you play for Jamaica before, then you're automatically grandfathered in. So it's up to the coach to decide whether or not they should bring you. But him not playing for no big team. I haven't heard anything about Pinnock's move to Palace, but I could see that happening because he's not getting game time and Palace lost Mark Guy, so that's possible. What does that mean? Go one side where the Bush baller there. Well, I'm a Rafael supporter, I know, so long as I'm not playing football. But that's a difficult decision for Rudolph, I would admit, because if we can't even find it on transfer market, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing at all. So let's go over this. So we have gone through the players. The one we think we should check. Damian Luna have a team, so we can't check Damian. So what am I missing? We know Free getting game time. Oh, you know what? I need to check this person. Dexter Lambakisa. Let's see where Dexter is. We can't even find Dexter on the board. Where Dexter the people? Oh, here's Dexter. Dexter not playing on football. No wonder Dexter. Hey, people. 30-01-26. Dexter just started playing football. Am I missing something? 25. So Dexter just starts playing some football. See him play football, man. I get enough time. My game time now. I guess he wasn't getting game time for first part of the season. So in the Premier League too, he's not playing on a big team. We have defenders, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I have my team and pick up Jerry Ross. We have defenders. We don't worry about it. So if I play junior football, I'm not playing on senior football. I play junior football now. Him get pushed down. What do you mean McGee? Is McGee playing in the JPL? Let me check McGee. Which McGee are you talking about? What McGee are we talking about? Okay, well, curious to see what that is. Maybe King finding my team. Tavon Gray. I am not the biggest fan of the mean. We have players, but don't worry about it. The magician. The magician. No, without it, no Maggie. So those are the players. So here is the this is the 52-man squad, right? If any mistake, the people don't beat me. But this is the 52-man squad. That's the squad that we have at the current time. Some players don't have the papers yet. So let's go to the list. You can see we have Blake, Hibbert is the one. Isn't he the one with enough countries to fight about to bring him in? So I'm going to pick my 26-man squad from this 52-man. Well, I call it a 54-man squad. We have 52 up here. So we have Amari Bell, Damian Lord, Dexter, Pinot, Greg Lee, Latti, Max. This is a 52-man squad, people. So let's mention them all. Woolgate. Even people who are playing football, we'd have to compile a list. Tavan, Kyle, blah, blah, blah. Then we have Bobby Reed, Daniel Johnson. Didn't get a call for the entire World Cup qualifier, but no, we have him on the list. Busy, Isaac, John Russell, Casey, the regular suspects, Kevin, K-Rai. Then we have the prodigal son, Ravel, Tyree Saul, finally get on the list. But he was on the list the last time, but has been called Nikeli Ellis and then Tariq McGee, the magician. And then the forwards, we have Bailey Connemara, who I mentioned has been sold from Sheffield Wednesday to Wrexham, or trying to get promoted to the Premier League. We have Cameron Archer, who's not getting a lot of game time as I would expect at Southampton, but he played in the Premier League and papers have been worked on. Corey Burke, who's from MLS. Damari Gray, who I think has 5 goals and 4 assists and getting game time. So his numbers are not terrible this year. Whisper, who's gone to Leicester City from Chelsea under 21. Efron Mason Clark, who many of you may not know, but he plays for Coventry. He plays on the left wing. Very good player, quick, physical. Really good player. Kaheem Dixon, we talked about before. Keenan Davis. Now, this one is a difficult one. He hasn't gotten his papers yet. They've been worked on. But Keenan plays for Udinese in Syria, playing well, scoring goals. But we have a problem. Keenan come like a Bailey. He can't stay healthy. And Keenan scored the last time out, played today, and got taken off because it looked like him pull a fat. He pull a muscle. Enough fat, people, just the expression. And Keenan spent a lot of games. See this Keenan, let me pull this up. Come on, people, let me pull this up. I'm going to come back to this list, people. I should have done this already. I should have done this already. So I'm going to pull this up. I'll put up Keenan stats. So this is Keenan stats. Keenan played 22 games for Udinese, playing Syria. 7 goals and 3 assists. That's why I was very excited about Keenan. And by the way, the previous coach didn't want Keenan. Let me repeat that. The previous brilliant coach we had didn't want Keenan Davis. Say never have the attributes they might look for in and forward. And Prefer Nicholson and and the rest of them. Anyway, Keenan is playing in one of the top leagues in the world. As you can see, you have 7 goals and 3 assists. And he's getting playing time. So you see there, he might play most of the game. I get 90 minutes. He might play football. He should have been in the World Cup squad already. They should have been processing his paperwork and get him in. They didn't do that. But anyway, enough game time. You see him have. He has 7 goals and 3 assists in 22 games in Syria. He might play a top league, and he has 10 goal contributions in 22 games. The bad news is he pulled a muscle today. Have no idea about the severity of the injury, but knowing Keenan, it doesn't look good. And if we're in February and you have to pick your squad and we have play next month, even though it's the latter part of the month, so say you have, look good. Burke is USL. I thought Burke was MLS. You got a USL now? Okay. Was he in New York? I already follow anything there, But Keenan Davis would have been to me our best possible person at center forward. You see the 56 minutes here, that's when he got injured today. So he pulled up and he had to leave the game. He was playing against Roma. You see him score against Pisa, him score against Lazio, him score against Parma, him score against Sassuolo, him score against Lecce, him score against Inter. He must score against decent team. I've assist against Napoli, I've assist against Torino. I've assist against Inter, go on assist against Inter. So he was playing really well, and he wants to play for Jamaica, is my understanding. And his paper's supposed to be worked on, but this coach wasn't pushing it. The last coach wasn't pushing it because he didn't rate him. So I'm not sure you can play in the top league in the world. We don't have too many people that play in the top leagues. And he might get regular game time because most of our players weren't getting regular game time. A lot of them. And even when man bring the man in. Really interesting. But anyway, let me go back to my previous list. So that was Keenan Davis. Let's see what his injury is like. He may rule him out for the squad, but they should still work on his papers. Bailey, come back, but we know Bailey fragile, and March may be far away for Bailey because you know him get injured all the time. Nicola Fuller. Norman Campbell, we know. Warner Brown, we know. Tyrese Campbell's playing well. You know what? I should see what Tyrese is doing. Tyrese getting game time. Enough game time. Tyrese start play center forward. We can't spell. Tyrese start play center forward. Oh, is that wrong? Tyrese. That's the one from. He has Jamaica heritage too. The one I just pulled up. He's from Sheffield. He was supposed to come too, but when he got Premier League and changed his mind. I call him out. And then they got Premier League. So Tyrese has been playing better of late in terms of goal contribution. As you can see here, Tyrese is getting enough game time, people. Look there, full up. Even when he was playing for Jamaica, Tyrese probably get more game time than any other Jamaica player, frankly, playing at a certain level. So you can see here, 90, 25 the last time. I don't know what happened there. They beat Leicester 2-0, but score against him has been having more goal contribution in the last number of games. Score against Birmingham, assist against Oxford, and goal against Derby. But Tyrese getting game time. Bless up Pristine. So that's a good thing. Wait. Me talk like me say I can't see the board people. Sorry. We're supposed to pull this up. Let me look up Tyrese. Let me bring up Tyrese. I'm speaking as if I was showing the screen and I was not. So Tyrese is getting a lot of game time. Good night. See people? Enough game time, Tyrese, I get. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Michael Carrick at the wheel. Tell me, how good does it feel?
Why are you getting so excited? Why are you getting excited? You won a couple games. How much points are you guys out of our first place?
No. Take out the calculator and I'm not sure.
Okay. What you got to say?
I have a question. You know, so goals win games, obviously. So, like, if you were supposed to, like, pick a, well, not say front three, and I guess, like, the attacking players, right?
For what, Jamaica?
Yeah, man.
No, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that tonight. You don't have to do that. I have 11 pick out. I have everything pick out. 26-man squad. Yeah, Tyler pick out. So we're not going to yet. We're not going to yet. Part that show. We do work in a way. We do work.
I think, well, from not keep up with the Reggae Boyz, I think this has been like the busiest January for like majority of the Reggae Boyz players, you know.
Yes, it has been actually.
Some of them get good moves. Well, I guess I could say all of them get good moves, especially like Whisper, for example, you know. even though Dwight McNeil technically isn't a Reggae Boyz in a sense, I think he was supposed to get a move to Palace today, but it never worked out because Mateta never leave. I'm seeing some of the other players too. Brandon Cooper leave, gone over Netherlands as well. And all in all, I think these are good moves in some sense, allow them to get game time and develop and just focus on the future,
Yeah, well, the future is now,
Well, yeah, and it's tomorrow and the next week and whatever the case is, So
futures now.
whatever them do today, tomorrow, the next game, that will tell us about what we can expect from them in coming games or just the years to come. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So,
yes.
I'm glad for them, especially Whisper, because we see that in the pick up a major injury and then in come back and in play games. The last couple of games never really feature, and in get a move to Leicester City. And I think I was listening to the Leicester City owner recently, and no matter about transforming the club again and all these different type of stuff, So for him just have to go there and make use of it. And but I tell somebody today, I think a lot of these young players, right? The onus is on them at this point in time. It's not really anybody else, to some degree, right? You have to go there and just make use of yourself, put in the extra work. If it means you stay 1 more hour training or you reach the earlier than anybody, it's just you need to work on your game, your skill set, and your ability so you can get preference over somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's exactly what it should be. And some of these players, though, they have to force their way out of a squad. If you're not getting any game time, that means you're not improving. I don't care what's happening. You may be around good players and getting better. If you're at Arsenal, for example, around better players. But if you're in certain teams and your path has been blocked, you see anyone near at Arsenal going to Marseille, you have to go get game time. Hutchinson was brilliant at that. Hutchinson left from Arsenal to Chelsea. Then he went to Ipswich. And then he went to Nottingham Forest for £30 million. If he was still at Arsenal, he's probably still in the reserves. I'll be sitting on loan. So, yeah.
Some of those teams just too competitive, and sometimes a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm should go to Newcastle," or whatever the case is. But no matter where you go, it's going to be a competitive environment. And Newcastle at this moment in time is a very competitive team when you think about it.
No, I thought it should go to Newcastle. Here's why. So unlike Chelsea, which just they've been doing this for years, they have loanies they don't even know they have on their books. They just have so many players, right? Newcastle don't have that volume of players. And at one point last year, when Murphy went into the team, he would have gotten some game time, I believe.
But let's put it this way. Maybe they don't have... Okay, I know say years gone by, Chelsea used to have some of the most players out and known, right? But sometimes I feel like, say, Newcastle probably have a good amount as well. It's just that it's not really covered as much as a Chelsea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but here's what you're missing, Kishan. So they may have... Say they have the same amount of players, but the quality of Chelsea is different, much better quality. So you'll be overshadowed by your peers. Like you could be a very good player at Chelsea and get lost in the shuffle. Look at De Bruyne and look at Salah. They were at Chelsea. Not in the academy, they were at Chelsea. Because Chelsea buys all these young players with unlimited potential. Some get lost in the wind. Look at Tyreek George, for example, who's now bouncing around between different teams and teams are trying to buy him. He's a good player. Look at Gittins. They come, they get lost at Chelsea. And if you're Whisper waiting behind Gittins and Estavao and all these other players, when are you going to get some game time? You have to be hitting the ball way off the cover.
Yeah, but look at Dixon. I'll go stay at Charlton. But no is the time for them, for the young player, they want to get the opportunity to just make use of it because they might get old and whatever the case is. And if you do go down loan and whatever the case is, so maybe next season them send you up on a next loan, which is like a full season and they just perform, and I know that they have the ability to perform. Even Dixon, the first couple of games he played Crawley Town, he never looked too bad. It's just, I don't know what I'm thinking at the last part, I've never that get game, but the first couple of games, he never looked too bad. If anything, he should have scored more goals, right? Because you can get a couple chances or opportunities when we see where he should have scored from. But I'm not really beat him too bad for that in kind of rushing him. I just have to know him have to improve, which I know that he knows that,
Yeah.
So overall, most of them the best. Everybody will get a move. But one thing though, I tell somebody, I don't understand this thing. I see 8763 make a post about Damien now, right? And it's such a vague post, which I've never seen before. They must say they might get a move on a Scottish Premier League team, right? On deadline day, but yet still they never list the team name.
Yeah, I know. But he's a free agent, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah, but if I'm on a sign on deadline day, just say the name of the team, like what's
Yeah,
the
but I think the
secret?
deadline for free agents is different from the deadline for right. The deadline was today for if you have a club, and Thursday.
Yeah,
I think
deadline,
Thursday.
you're not on a deadline for free agency, but still,
Yeah.
like
I think there's a Thursday. There's a Thursday date. There's a date for Thursday. I know Sterling thing was Thursday versus today.
Well, as a fit, you can say anytime, but I just think it's too vague. But them say one of the biggest team in Scotland still, so yeah.
Well, I mean, I thought our team in Scotland were big, or no team was big. Anyway, apart from Celtics and Rangers, they're not a big team. Hearts leading the league now, but we don't know.
Aberdeen
used to be big long time ago. Aberdeen are big again. Aberdeen are big again.
There's some left it still.
All right, bless man. Thanks for the call.
Yeah.
So where are we? So we're showing up. This was Campbell, Tyrese Campbell, who, as you can see, stats are getting game time. People, game time is important. So I saw there's somebody in the chat who's making some derogatory comment about Keenan Davis, and people should get excited. Let me tell some people about football and sports and people in general. Everybody have their opinion about players, right? Keenan Davis was at Villa, played decent at Villa, then went to Syria. He's playing at the highest level. We don't have no forward that play that level. Shamar Nicholson now get game time in team in Mexico. He's keep out the team by a 20-year-old. But these people that come here and make all these derogatory comments as if they know it all when it comes to every single play and the play. And we have never seen a player play in this part of the world. Right? The player's ability. I watched the last game, I watched him make a back heel and then come back and score. The player, if you score 7 goals and have 3 assists in a Syria, or that 20 games, I mean, you have 10 goal contribution, you're doing really, really well. Why would he be starting for a team in Syria unless he's a decent player and I play every week for 90 minutes? Jesus Lord. Help us. These experts. Anyway, let's go back to the list. Trevante Stewart, who's playing well in Israel, but the quality of the league is a problem, people. I tell you the truth. Shamar Nichols, we mentioned before. Roman Burrell, who's injured. I don't think Burrell can be ready for. And then Ronaldo Cephas, who I showed you stats, and they're ugly. Ain't get no game time. We don't know Cephas go get another team and not get no game time. We don't know, maybe Rudolph will bend the rules, them. If you allow some of the locally born players, because that's the only way they get that team. Low and on team, maybe you can get a team. Cephas not getting no game time. Nichols not getting no game time. Dix not getting no game time. And all the local fans, them want them 19. It's not all, but enough of them want a team. Only more get 19 when they not meet the criteria. And Rudolph want to win. But anyway, so I've made an attempt, people. I'm drinking some water. People, when I'm drinking my water, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. We only have 105 out of 187. Please hit the like button, people. So I decided to make an attempt of these 52 players, and a couple more I expect to be considered. I decided to pick a 26-man squad. I decided to pick a 26-man. Why am I thinking up? I decided to pick a 26-man squad, people. So here's my attempt. And Rudolph, you're watching Rudolph? May I help Rudolph? Yeah, Rudolph. Of course, we got to know. Rudolph, may I help you do the job? For the time being, these are what the people I know about. There may be other players. Rudolph is still scouting. And I heard Rudolph getting grief from some people at Jamaica. I was on Maverick program. Was it 2 weeks ago? A week ago? Having the argument with him about this. Because him just saying he want chemistry. Like we're in a class, but he want chemistry. We have a bunch of people who feel the country and feel the team. And then feel if we make the World Cup automatically. The easiest zone ever in the history of football. Maybe the second one. And I said, we have to change the team. We need chemistry. Well, where's the chemistry at before? How much time we get chemistry? How much we know if we get chemistry? The chemistry thing burn up. We have burn it up and start over. But anyway. So here's my 26-man squad, people. I pick a 26-man squad. And there's reason for each of these. So I picked 3 goalkeepers, 8 defenders. Unlike the Jamaica coach them, I don't pick 2 midfielder. I pick 7 midfielder, people. Now there are 2 players on this list who were not on the previous list. No, 3 players on my list here were not on the previous list. Who I think should be included. So I put them in there. Because Rudolph still a recruit. I know him a recruit, know him still a recruit. So Rudolph, if you watch my program, make sure them play at the behind list. So Andre Blake, Jamali Wade, and Jaden Hibbert. I know Adai is there. I don't think Adai is this paper is there. So I'm going to put Adai up there. Because Blake will keep anyway, no matter who come in. Even if we bring in Courtois, Blake will keep still. So anyway. So Defenders. Damian Lowe. I have Damian on the people. But the assumption is he will have a team, right? Because you have a sprinkling local born players. Let me tell you the truth. Because I'm a politician, I pick my squad. If I'm pure playing, Damian wouldn't have my squad. Because Damian not playing on football. But anyway, let's keep going. So I have Miguel Freckleton. And you may ask, who do you know what is that person? I showed him earlier. He plays beside King. So I'm going to keep the partnership there. He played for St. Marion with King. They don't give up a lot of goals, They're not winning a lot of games. They have a losing record, but they don't give up a ton of goals. Even though it's a Scottish league, which is probably like League One in England. But anyway, Richard King, Joel Latibodier, Max Aarons, and I have Ian Fraser bracket because Max not having papers yet. So you have contingency plan. Dexter Lembakisa, who I play League Two. So I have Dexter there. Greg Lee and Rico Henry. This is my team. You see, there's no Amari Bell in my team. My left back stock, people. My left back stock. And let's bring Amari Bell to play a centre half. I'm playing now with Pinocchio. There's no Pinocchio in my team. There's no Amari Bell in my team. Now Amari Bell can come in. I put him play beside Freckleton. But since there's no Holgate in my team, there's no Pinocchio in my team, there's no Amari Bell in my team. It's my team, people. My team. My team. And I'll pick me 11 from this. So, as you can see, I have two right backs there. My right backs are, three right backs, but there's a reason for that. Because I have Lati, he's playing centre back for Coventry. He's also a right back. I have Lembakisa and Max Aarons, but you see I have Ian Frey there too, playing right position. Centre half is Damian, Freckleton, King, and Lati. And then left back is Greg Lee and Rico Henry. Losing team, all the teams are losing team. You know what talk about. Midfield, I have Isaac, Bobby Reed, Daniel Johnson, Casey Palmer, Robbie Lassie in my team, Andre Brooks, who we haven't talked about before, and Louis Baker. Right? So that's my midfield. Now, my understanding is Andre Brooks and Louis Baker. We've been talking about Louis Baker for about 10 years now, people. Should be in the process. Some people are in the process, permanent naturalization process. But Louis Baker, Andre Brooks, you can go look him up. He played for Sheffield United, who were in the Premier League at one point. I think he played a little bit in the Premier League. He's in good form. I think he has, let's look up Andre Brooks before we go any further. He's playing in the Championship. So just to give you some idea about these players, before I spring them on you. There, by the way, Andre Brooks and Louis Baker are not in the 52-man squad. So, and Freckleton is not there either. I add them. So we'll pull up Andre Brooks, people, and then we come back to my squad. Why isn't this working? Okay. All right. Let me pull up Andre Brooks. So here is Andre Brooks. He's played 25 games this season. He plays midfield for Sheffield. He has 3 goals and 3 assists. And you can see he gets game time, right? A lot of game time. Lots and lots. You see him playing mainly right midfield. Sometimes play attacking midfield. So he play the 8 and he play the 10. But you can see he has 3 goals, 3 assists. He's scoring them last 2 games. As he's spread out. And he's highly rated. I was watching a podcast today with some Sheffield United people talking about him, and they rate him pretty highly. Really, really highly, actually. They're saying he's playing his best football, unlike maybe 2 years ago. So he's a really good player, and you can see his stats there. He might get game time. Play almost 90 minutes every game for Sheffield. And by the way, Sheffield was in the Premier League 2 years ago, actually, right? So that's his... And you can see on the right, if you look at the stats on the right, let me pull it up here. See him play not different thing. He played 20 games in the Premier League, didn't have any goal and assist, but he did play in the Premier League. But a lot of game time, play against all the top team them. my championship, obviously, and playing a ton. So he's in my. I had to show him up, and then see if we can find Louis Baker. So this is Louis Baker. Hasn't played a ton this year, actually. So Louis Baker look like him injured. But it's Louis Baker. He was playing 90 minutes a lot up until November. I think he's injured, if my understanding is right. But I was informed that he maybe is filing for his paper. So anyway, that's my. And if Louis Baker, all right, in my team. So that's the midfield. And then up front, so rather interesting up front. So Keenan Davis injured, don't know if he's going to recover, but he would have been one of my forwards. Then I have a listing of 2 forwards out of Cadamartiri, Cameron Archer, and Shamar Nicholson. So what I'm saying there is that Keenan Davis would be in the team or in the squad, and then I'd pick 2 players out of Cameron Archer, Billy Cadamartiri, and Shamar Nicholson, depending on who's playing and where they're playing. Because I'm only going to have 8 forwards. So I have 3 goalkeepers, 8 defenders, 7 midfielders, and 8 forwards. Keenan Davis would be 1. 2 forwards out of Cameron Archer, Billy Cadamartiri, and Shamar Nicholson. Then I would have 2 wingers out of, well, there's 4 wingers. So Leon Bailey would be 1. Ephraim Mason Clark would be 1. He plays a shit for Coventry, and Tyrese Campbell would be 1 for me. So I have what, 1, 2, 3, 6. I'm going to have 2 wingers out of Demari Gray, Ronaldo Cephas, and Dujan Whisper Richards. So only 2 of those would go. So that would be 8 forwards up there. Ravel playing someplace in the Middle East. Paul Edwards. No, that's not it. Playing in the Middle East someplace, not Bush. But I need somebody to control the game. So I'm going to come in. He's not going to start, but I'm going to come in. So that is my 26-man squad, people. Hopefully everybody get fit. Because if Louis Baker can fit him, can't play any team. But me Louis Baker as a starter. Free and you can be free. People, we pick our own individual team people. We pick my team. So that's the 26-man squad, people. Now, if I was to pick a team just based on ability and what I expect from my team, because it's difficult. If you're not part of the criteria, we can't go with the criteria, people. Because I have it someplace here. I should find it, Let me know I have it. And if Rudolph's people stick to it, then it should, if he's going to follow it, I don't know what I did with it now. But I had someplace here today. I was looking at the criteria that he has. And I have it here someplace. He's going to stick to the criteria that he has. Then some players would not be in the team. They can't be. Let me can't put it up. I'm just going by the guidance that was provided to I want to call myself the press, but people who have access to the press conference information. And I can't see where. Trying to find. Okay. So this is something which was provided to us. Let me see if I can find this. Reggae Boyz, Squad Watch. No, this isn't it. This is something else, people. I don't know what that I just put up. Put up the wrong thing. Where is it? Oh, here it is. All right. So it says players must be fit. Players must be playing regular minutes at their club. Players must exhibit a high standard of performance. And then Rudolph does what a lot of people do. They have this catch-all, say, other conditions may apply. So I don't know if it's other conditions in addition to what's here, or is that out for some people. But you must be fit. Playing regular minutes at their clubs. Now, that's an interesting one because we give an example. If I'm not playing regular minutes at Brentford, like Pinnock, but I'm playing regular minutes in Premier League 2, like Lembakisa, which one is more important? I not even know. So it makes it interesting, even. Make it interesting. And it's a player must exhibit a high standard performance. Now, that's an interesting one. I would love to know them judge performance. I would love to know them judge performance. Hold up. But it's interesting in terms of the criteria which is being utilized. Let me go back to my list. So that's my 26-man squad. I didn't add, I had some difficult decisions to make. I took off Tyrese Hall. So I didn't put Tyrese Hall. Tyrese Hall, I didn't put him on the list because Andre Brooks replaced Tyrese Hall in my team. Because Andre Brooks is a more proven player than Tyrese Hall. Tyrese Hall has a lot of potential. But I had to make a decision between Tyrese Hall and Andre Brooks. And given Andre Brooks is playing, he's playing at a higher level, I put in my team. Tuffy, they've been worked on. You know the thing about Tuffy, because last time we get burned, Tuffy got burned last time. Get burned. Because Max Aarons and Cameron Archer people have been working on since this summer. Don't ask me where I'm going. So it may not happen, people. It may not happen. Max Aarons but Max Aaron's situation was he couldn't come to Jamaica. Or I don't know. He them couldn't come or him just no make the effort to come. One of them. Some of the kids who play football, them what them call it Jamaica? Them don't care. Them don't care. Trust me. None of Max Aaron don't care, but they don't care. Meaning they may say they want to play, but then when they gotta go get the paperwork, which takes effort to some people. Don't get me wrong. Takes a lot of effort. It may not work out as well as one would like. It may not work as well as one would like. I'm try to put up a Mario Bell to now come up. Let me see if we can find a Mario Bell. It's not coming up. Wait, hold up. Omari Bell. So that's my 26 people. Let me know if you agree with my 26 or disagree with my 26. Am I missing somebody that you think should be there that's not there? I think we have a problem in the center of our defense, you know. Let me pull up Omari Bell. Somebody said I want to see Omari Bell stats. A lot of people injured. The one thing Jamaica experienced, which is interesting, is a lot of people were injured this year. Gray didn't come the first window. Bailey was injured for the entirety of this. It's not good. So this is Omari Bell. As you can see, I don't know why he's not in the squad. I assume it's injury because when he gets a lot of 90 minutes from the start of the season, playing a lot. Then he probably got hurt because he said 30 minutes here. That means he must have got hurt. Out the squad, play 390 and a 60, and he got hurt again and come back and play 90. So he's playing center back too. So Omari Bell could be an option on the left actually, and probably should be an option. He's playing center back. So we could have King. So maybe I have to revisit the center back pairing because if Lowe is not playing, here's the problem I run into people, and you got to be honest about this. And I try to be as honest with my squad as possible. People want local players in the squad, no matter what, even some of them expensive victories. Let's be honest. So if I have no midfielder locally born, Bailey, maybe Whisper up top, and Shamar, and then I have King. There will be no Lowe, and Lowe is the assistant vice captain or whatever. So it'd be tough. But Bell probably at center back. Somebody said Bell and Latte for me. J. Ross in an ideal world, That may be the case, but we know the politics is involved. So I pick a political team too. Now, if you're picking a back four, I probably put Latti at right back, to be honest. I probably put Latti at right back. Maybe you do a Freckleton to me. Maybe your best center half in the team. I think Freckleton's a better player than King, actually. So if you're going to use, but they play for St. Marion, which is not the highest competition too. So I don't envy Rudolph's speed when it comes to picking his defense. Left back and right back, I think is okay. I think Rico Henry to me is a lock at right back. Even though Greg Lee has played really well. To me, Rico Henry is a lock at right back. And you play a Latti at right. I mean left back, I said, and play Latti at right back. To me, those are locks. And then in the center half, you have a pairing right now with Freckleton and King. You may want to do that. Okay. I haven't really seen Bell play center back that much. I see him at left back for Jamaica, and I used to watch him at left back when he played for Ipswich. I haven't seen him center back that much to make any judgment. I don't know if Shamar is playing, I've seen Shamar playing up football since December, so maybe I don't know what the story is on Shamar. So I live in the real world, okay? Now, if I want to win the game, to be honest, people, it's very, very difficult because the players ain't playing no football. I'm not care how good them is, It doesn't work. If the players ain't playing no football, I'm not care how good them is. I would have to look, if I have a center back pairing of King and Freckleton, I may play both of them. I mean, who would I play right center back? You could play Latti with Bell, then we put a right back. I don't trust any of my right back. I think Latti's a better right back than Frey. J. Ross is supposed to be coming, but I think he's injured, actually. I think he's injured. Everybody have them perspective and say Latti not a good option at right back. He's not that quick anymore. Well, people, we are playing against Wissa, and Wissa is rapid, so if our center backs can't run, we're in trouble. And our CDM is not the fastest CDM. Doesn't cover space like he used to. We have people, it doesn't look good. Not in a lie. Not look good. We have a very slow team. But wait, you guys ever thought about that? We talk about how athletic we are and we have these physical attributes. And if you read the coaching manuals, they say you should play to your strength, which seems to suggest you should play to the strength of the physicality and the physical attributes of your team. And then when you look on our team, because we are Jamaican, the fastest people in the world, we're a soccer team. Apart from CFAS, we don't really have them fast people on the team. And then middle of the park, we're slow like molasses. We ain't covering ground like you see our Declan Rice cover ground or Caicedo cover ground or Kante cover ground. We're not nobody like that. Yeah, some very slow people. And Jerry's a slow team. They're good at part. I mean, good at part. The worst part of our game is passing. The worst part of our game is passing. That's a fact. We don't pass the ball well. That's why Ravel needs to be in your team. I keep telling people that. You need somebody who can pass the ball and who's not afraid to shield the ball and who's not afraid to get the ball in tight spot and get out of difficulty. We don't have nobody except Ravel can do that. None. Nobody in that team can do that except Ravel. So we say even when Ravel's on the beach, yeah, it's difficult. And Congo man, them don't stop running is right. They are runners. The Congo team is a running team. So, all right, guys. So pick an 11 from the, you know what? Don't pick from my 26. Pick an 11 from the 52. That's my 26. That's the 52. Pick your 11. Me pick my 11. Pick your 11. But there got to be some changes because Keenan Davis is injured now. We don't pick no injured player. Keenan Davis injured. Louis Baker look like him injured. Enough injuries we have now. Amari Bell look like him injured because he had been squad. Amari Bell injured. We can't pick no injured player, people. We have no time what recovery time is. None. Roman Burrell is injured. Somebody say, I think Robina Gordon is a very good young attacking right back. 876. What team you talking about? In 876, what team you talking about? Yeah, now look, I think the level need to step up. when we get to play against Congo. Yeah. Low is still having speed, but we know Low rushing sometimes. We know if you're rushing. That's part of the Low's problem. Low is a very impatient defender. Because people hit the like button, People watch the channel when the show over. Low is a very, very impatient defender. Some defender will just make the foul, make the mistake. Low will try and force the foul, make the mistake, or win the ball when not to try to win the ball. So I think Low needs some more patience as a footballer. When you're playing centre back for all these years, given his physical attributes, he needs to exhibit more patience. And now it's too late to come for him. He wants to win every ball, and sometimes that's how he gets in trouble. Because a centre half, you're not supposed to tackle nothing of people. Centre half not tackling now. You watch big centre half play it, Van Dijk. Well, not Van Dijk as excuse. Van Dijk made no mistake this year. But enough of our centre half, they're not tackling now. Pure jockeying to get help. Or cut off the ball or rush the foul before him get it. If you go wait to tackle the foul, well, you're not trouble. You have to anticipate. He did play the last weekend. Yes, he did. I was on the list. So let me see 11 people. Pick 11. Where do I preliminary 11? And we can convince Rudolph to pick a team. We don't think about papers. So let me say we're not going to have them papers. Max Aarons doesn't have papers. I don't think Adai has his papers. Max Aarons doesn't have papers. Cameron Archer doesn't have papers. But all those have been worked on is my understanding. Efron Mason Clark don't have papers, but he should have his papers. Mason Clark is a good player. I watched him a few games. Good player. Yeah, Low may win enough ball, but go watch the game sometime and Low play. Game against the US when was the last time played the US? Low leave his spot and the people just play when Pulisic and people play against him, just play around him. Low need to exhibit more patience. Make the forward make the mistake. You don't make the mistake for the forward. Sometimes overly aggressive. So any Jamaican team King in the defense has a major defensive problem. All who talking about King and the result of his team, I don't believe we watch any of the games to see the amount of blunders. Yeah. We have a problem in the middle of the park. It's a fact. Our central defensive pairing is a problem. Patient man right donkey. Well, an impatient man get burned. That's what we know. And it happened enough time. As a centre half, you either go in early and foul the man. You watch the EPL people. Watch what Gabriel and Salibra. They're very aggressive. They're not getting on time for turn. Right? And prefer to foul you and start the play over than when you play a high line to it, that's also part of it. Can't make the man get around you. J. Russell, Lati and Bell. That's an interesting combination. So you prefer to use Lati and Bell versus King and Freckleton? I think Freckleton will probably get his papers. King can start. King will start. I'm coach. I coach a team now. I think King will start. I think it's going to be King and probably Freckleton right back. Yeah. Our defenders have deficiencies. Our team have deficiencies. A lot of deficiencies. So the question for us that arises is that we're not getting there are no saviors coming for our defense, people. We have no saviors coming for us as it relates to our center halves and right back position. Left back, we're setting up people. To me, left back is Jamaica's strongest position in the field in totality. At left back, we have Amari Bell, who's playing center back now. We have Greg Lee and we have Rico Henry. We set our left back. If every position was a left back, we'd make World Cup already. And I said, girls qualify for the World Cup. Awesome. It's not that hard to qualify the World Cup for the under 17. Every team will get to go to the World Cup. About 100 teams go. But congratulations to the girl if they qualify. Did I watch a Jamaican under 17 girls play? Maybe a part of a game. I saw Dominican Republic. They were impressive. But a lot of teams. Okay. Well, people, when the Gideon sending girls a round of applause. They qualify for the World Cup. It's a good thing. They beat Honduras. Okay. Awesome. Well, if they did qualify, congrats to the girls. Why? And Jamaica, go more local now. Because most of them are the same thing are locally born, aren't they? Oh, they make it to the final round. Okay. I thought it was so easy to get to the World Cup. I mean, I think most of it was Canada and US and Mexico. Okay. Okay, final. So people then in the World Cup, they're in the final round. Then the final round, then the World Cup. Paul, I'll give you wrong information. All right, Paul, I'll give you wrong information. Paul, got your bed, Paul. Got your bed. Paul, got your bed. Come here and see how it goes. I think it was so easy to go World Cup. I must see 100 team ago. Come here and see no US play. I see no Canada play. I see no Mexico play. I see no Costa Rica. I know Honduras and El Salvador and St. Lucia and Curacao and all those teams are playing. Well, hope is always good. Okay. Hope is always good. Let's hope they qualify. Because if these girls qualify, we encourage other young girls to want to play. And what's good is that actually I see the games are coming. Fox was carrying some of those games actually. Fox was carrying the first round game, so I think that's a good thing. So they're getting a lot of visibility and notoriety. So that's good. And if some of these girls are really good, they may get scholarships or even get pro contracts. So you never know. It says all group winners qualify. Okay. It's at the group 10 points. Costa Rica playing. Okay. But isn't it that they have to play another round? Or is it that I'm getting mixed information here because I haven't followed it that closely. I watched some games, but I haven't followed that closely. If you win your zone, do you automatically go to the next round to play for qualification? And how many teams make it? They also play the last 40 minutes with 10 men. Then if we stop folding, we stop taking red card. So J. Russell's team is Blake, Henry, Bell, Latti, Max Aarons. Max don't have his papers yet. I gotta qualify that. Max don't have his papers yet. Anderson, really? K-Roy, really? Bobby, Tyrese, Davis, Bailey. I think you're short one person now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, you have 11. Bailey, Davis. Oh, Tyrese. No, but you're missing a winger, man. You have too much midfielder. You have Tyrese, Bobby, Anderson, and Hayden. You have too much midfield. Unless you have played 3 at the back. No, you play 4 at the back. You have 4 midfielder. You have too much midfielder, Jairus. You have too much midfielder, Jairus. But it's not a bad team, Jairus. It's not a bad team. I don't think the coach can do that, though. I don't think the coach is going to have Latti and Bell at the back. But it's not a bad team. Yeah, but even if Bobby's playing the 10, you only have one winger. You have Bailey on the right. Who you have on the left? Unless it's the Tyrese. Is it Tyrese Hall or Tyrese Campbell? Tyrese Campbell is spelled Tyreece. There's another Tyrese Campbell who plays for Sheffield United, who's spelled Tyrese. So I see J-Ross team, and then I see nowadays it says Henry, King, Latti, Max, Hayden. I think I'm a goalkeeper now. Henry, King, Latti, Max, Hayden, Brooks, Baker, Hall, Gray, Archer, Bailey. That's a good team. Nobody don't have King. People don't have King in team. Ratted. So Archer, Bailey, Gray. Okay, interesting. Interesting team. Not bad team nowadays. You know what, people? Let me go back to J-Ross team. What J-Ross team there? Okay, people, read the team them. Gonna give J-Ross team accurate. Give J-Ross team accurate. What grade would you get the J-Ross team? Bailey, Davis. So J. Ross, is it Tyrese Campbell? Okay, he wants Campbell. It's Tyrese Campbell, people. So yes, Campbell left, Davis middle fit, Bailey right, Bobby, Anderson, and Hayden. Okay, so what grade to give Tyrese? J. Ross team. What grade to give J. Ross team? I'll give it to me no agree. I'm not graded. Give J. Ross team a grade, people. We'll mark out at 10. Between 1 and 10. Archer with the speed, yeah. I agree with Archer with the speed. I decided not to mention Mason Greenwood for a reason. I don't like to create. Damn, nowadays, when you have a team nowadays, you can't get people two nowadays. Yeah, you put up a team in your game on a 2. In nowadays, yeah, why? The team is not a 2. His team is similar to yours. I can put his team as a 2. I'm going to J. Ross team again. Blake in goal. You have Henry, Bell, Latti, Aarons. That's most people's defense. Hayden's going to be the team. Now it's a midfield where it gets interesting with Anderson, Bobby. People would have Bailey. People would have Davis. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. So, Lansley BX says 8. Compass says 7. Some people put up some grade, man. Nowadays I say about 2. I didn't have team up. Me not give nobody 2. Me have a team up nowadays. I'm going to give my team a 2. It's not a bad team that J. Ross had up. It's not a bad team at all. I probably make some changes, but it's not a bad team. I wouldn't call J. Ross team a bad team. I still think we are recycling some midfielders, though, between Anderson and Bobby. Let me put up. Let me see if we can find nowadays team now. All right, rate nowadays team, people. No, this team is different, and this team, I can understand this team, actually. I totally get this team. It's a good team. Henry, King, Latti, Max, Hayden, Baker, Hall, Gray, Archer, Bailey. It's not a bad team. After this, I'm going to put up my team, people. I'm going to put up my team after this. They can't get any better than your team. All right, we'll see. Lang the Beak is an anti-kicking of people. Someone said, yeah, but Luton I play League One, so anybody can. We have to be very careful with that. Yeah, League One him there. Who are you playing at the position? Latti's a defender of people. So when I rate nowadays team and then put up my team. Rate nowadays team. This is nowadays team. No, that's not nowadays team. This is Jordan Houghton team. Let me find nowadays team first and put up Jordan Houghton. It's nowadays team. Rate him team, people. Lansdale said J. Ross could get 8. We know Lansdale. You're predictable, you know. So this is J. Ross team. This is nowadays team, people. What's nowadays grade? J. Ross J. Ross multiply his by negative. Why the J. Ross? Him get 2, you give -2. And nowadays I give himself like a typical Jamaican at 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. Let me get that grade for let me get that grade for nowadays team, people. Come on, man. When I sleep on me now. Hey, Rudolph, I'll be watching the program, Rudolph. I'll try to help you. You can see your selection. We're trying to go World Cup. Hey, people, can you imagine if Rudolph beat New Caledonia and beat Congo? We can't talk to him, people. We're rotted. As I'm saying, I like Rudolph head big already, you know. You have bigger than Jamaica. You can't talk to Rudolph. Rudolph will walk on ear, walking on ear. Rudolph will be walking in the ear if Rudolph ever carry Jamaica to World Cup when at a big time name coaches feel. And Rudolph is already known as the best football man in Jamaica. And he's on FIFA's when some committee, technical committee, even though it's not the traditional technical committee. Nowadays team is not a bad team. But like nowadays team, my team not much different from nowadays team. But I have rationale for my team though. You do because King not in it. Okay. Bless up Dwight. So people who not get, let me just put up another team because we don't not get the team them, the grade them. You guys are not following instructions. So please, this is Jordan Horton's team. He says Blake, Lati, Pinnock, Aarons, Rico, Ravel, Bobby, Leon, Keenan, Clark. That's not a bad team, you know. I like the forward line. Leon, Keenan, Davison, Clark, Efron, Mason, Clark. It's a good forward line. Midfield, interesting. With Haven, Ravel, and Bobby. And then defense, it's a good team. Why not give what score you guys giving Jordan Horton? It's a good team. Campos says 8. What else? Come people, drop some score, man. You just type one number, you know. You know, okay, you know. J Ross says 8. It's a good team. So Owen, let me hear your team, Owen. Okay, so we now beat Congo with this team. We not no team we can put up there. People say we'll beat Congo. Dwight says 7. So my team I get about that 2, you know, people. 2 my team I get. All right. And what my team I get 2. No, it's not 7 million. Him selling fee. Well, 7 million Jamaican dollars. I don't know. Was that the courts who decided that, people? Was that the courts who decided that with Mackenzie? So Lance LeBake says 8. So long as King not in there, Lance LeBake get 2 for King not being 18. Oh, Nitro play along with the program, Nitro, man. Nitro dominating them, man. Any team is beatable if Rudolph Speed is a coach. Bless up, Conrad. Hey, Conrad, how you doing? Have a good night, Conrad. Good night. Any team is beatable. We have the great Rudolph Speed, the best man in Jamaica as a coach. What are we talking about? Nobody says, Pinnock Rabbit. Okay, let me put up my team, people. All right, so I'll get beaten, especially by Langsley, but this is my team, people. You probably get about that 2. This is my team. This is my team, people. This is my 11 to play against Congo. As it stands now, I don't know who's coming. That's my team. No, we can't talk EPL to reach EPL, Nitro. Nitro come late, we talk EPL already. So here's the reason for my team. Andre Blake has to be my team. Freckleton and Richard King are playing centre back as a peer in Scotland for St. Mirren. They're not giving a lot of goals. I know it's not the best league, but I need some continuity. I have Lati at right back and I have Rico Henry at left back. I have Isaac, Louis Baker, Andre Brooks in the midfield. I need people who can score a goal. Andre Brooks score a goal and assist. Louis Baker score a goal and assist. And they have legs. Probably a head protect Aiden. Andre Brooks play for Sheffield United. Go look him up. You don't know who he is. And then Keenan Davis, if he's recovered from his injury. Leon Bailey on the right and Efron Mason Clark on the left. That's my starting 11. Now, my center half pairing, I can't say. I mean, the level they play at is not at the right level, to be honest. But it's my team. To me, Rico Henry have to start and Latifi start at right back. I think part of the reason why I would have Lati at right back is this, because my defenders them can't keep the ball. They can't make a pass. I need somebody who's comfortable on the ball, but also is physical, who can read the game. I don't know if Gray is better than Mason Clark nowadays. I watch Mason Clark and I watch Gray. Gray has 5 goals and 4 assists. Mason Clark is playing well for Coventry. I think, well, if we put Gray on the left, then we don't know. Here's what I don't understand. Nobody have Cephas in their team, you know. Langsley, I know you would have done that. I think my team's a decent team. I thought about my team, you know. I want a centre half who play together, who understand each other, who cover for each other. You know, a centre half one Pinnock can't even run no more. Hey, Pinnock get a ball against the other day now. We play against Pinnock, get a ball against Curacao. And Pinnock almost trip over himself. Pinnock gets slower if he can get slower. Pinnock not playing no ball. Pinnock read the game well and pass out well, but Pinnock athletically is not there anymore. He's a people with some legs. I'm playing people. Let me just say this, people. All these people talking about you playing some unfamiliar players in our playoff. Let me tell you this. The reason why we are doing the playoff is because the familiar players them played unfamiliar. Okay? Don't tell me about unfamiliar players. Don't get me all perturbed. But those of you in the chat talking about you're putting all these new unfamiliar players in the playoffs. There's a reason why we're in the playoffs. The playoffs are much harder, at least the second game if we get there, than what we had in the round. And then feel. Stop this nonsense about the team is not chemistry and the team is not gel. Stop the nonsense, man. That gets annoying. Yeah, no, King. Look, I understand. I'm not covering my centre half pairing. I could replace my centre half any day. Freckleton to me is a decent player. Marcel come up with a goal here and there. I have 2 goals and 1 assist this season. But they're not playing on a high level. I was hoping that we get the kid from Juventus. I name. He can play for it, but he can't get in papers time. We need better centre halves. So Lamont have his team up. He has Blake, Frey, Latti, Pinnock, Henry, Hayden, Palmer, Bobby. People, we're done with the recycle player them. We're done with Bobby and we're done with Palmer and Midland Park. We're done with the recycle player them. I'm sorry. We can't do that. We have to bring in some new midfielder. My midfield was the biggest problem. Couldn't get the ball up to our forwards and now protect the defense. Me now play the midfielder there. Lewis Baker score a goal. Andre Brooks is a robust, physical, goal scoring, number 8. I want my team. My team 1 on 10. Me want 3 across. Me want 3 across. Me no 1 on 10. Me want 3 across. Me not play not real 10. Me do a Man City 10 like how Kevin Brown and to play like a 10, but me play a hybrid 10. Me no want 10 like a Odegaard. Me want a person who versatile. So Andre Brooks can play about 10 and play 8. Lewis Baker can do the same thing. Me no want non-traditional. Yeah, and if we don't have Aiden, because we don't have no backup for Aiden, nice squad. We don't have no other 6. Well, we can't recycle somebody who play the Bailey's not recycle. Bailey didn't play the qualifiers on campus. Bailey played no qualifier, he can't recycle. Bailey don't recycle. Our biggest problem in the qualifiers were the midfield. No, Brooks is a quality player, man. And Brooks should be here. Yeah, well, nobody picked Cephas in the team, so that's an interesting one. I see nobody after Cephas. Hey man, on can't go back to Jamaica if you pull out Cephas and come here. People like Maverick, you know, a Cephas and any 10, you know. And none of them have Cephas on the team. He's working on it. But he's also injured, so we not know. A pure injury we have for the whole team. No, Brooks is a midfielder. Brooks played the 8 and sometimes the 10. Look him up. He's at Sheffield United. Getting a lot of kudos for his playing. A lot of good comments, especially when you know the bloggers for the club giving you a lot of kudos and read the game. Now, this is not a pundits them I talk about. I'm only watch it periodically. The bloggers them watch them team 24/7 and them know them football. So this is somebody blog them and then talk about Andre Brooks and his ability and how he's improved the last 2 years and how he's doing to himself and quality. See if there's a super sub. Yeah, if he can get nice squad, can not get no game time. He's not people. Buenas noches.
Hey, Cranky, what's up?
Good night, sir. How you doing?
Good night. You know who was talking to you, no?
Yeah, me know what talk. What you say?
All right. Cranky, my question is to you, right? Why you wouldn't start Max Aarons over Joel Latadebe in a Premier starting team?
Max is not the best defender. Max is good offensively. Max is not the best defender. And plus, Max now get on game time. Rangers no ideas. Max take up on the bench.
That's so still, but
Max is good going forward.
Uh-huh.
And Max was one time young player of the year in the championship, you know, about 4 years ago. But Max defense is challenged. Latti a big time defender to me. We get a chance to watch Lati up close and personal. No, Lati is a good defender.
No, man, no, we know that. But is Lati getting another game time now since he come back?
He might get some game time. So game time is important, as you alluded to.
Yes.
Between now and Seb. But this month's a big month for Lati in terms of being in the team. Kevin not getting on game time, he can't play on the team. So between now and end of this month is important for Lati.
True.
Somebody said Ian got injured last weekend. Well, let's see how bad him injuries.
I don't think his injury is that bad though. But I agree with you. The two pairing of Miguel Freckleton and Richard King, because they're playing in Scotland together, week in and week out. Kanki, as you seen, Richard King, has he been improved? Like from a ball that come from the JPL and go straight over Scotland and actually started in the team.
I don't know if he's improved, but he's not. I think he's improving. He's improving.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
When he first went in, he wasn't getting a lot of game time, and now he's setting the back four with Freckleton and the other youth.
Yeah, so I think that we have to give applaud of that he's improved and he move overseas and stepping up. Hopefully, he can make a step and go into a bigger league or a bigger club next season.
Well, we're not go that far. We're not go that far. We all want to get himself set on the team and solidify his place, and then he can think about other things afterwards. If he can get to that level.
The kid now. What name Webster? Have you him in your team?
No.
No, not in your starting 11, but in your Cobra.
I have too many left back. I have too much left back. Me not even have
You know something now? Okay, Greg Amarabel though. I don't feel like
but you still have Greg Lee and Rico Henry.
Yeah, but me I say me better Webster or Greg.
Yeah, but you only have two left back. You can't more than two left back.
But why would you not take out Greg Lee and put in
No man. Greg Lee has never had a bad game for Jamaica.
But
I'm playing in club team, so I can't take him out.
But Webster plays in club team and playing a conference league good to Cranky.
Yeah, but me not see how him replace Greg Lee. Me not see. I'm not saying I don't see him replace. Me not see him replace. No, I'm not saying replace.
Me think me that replace him with him Cranky. Honestly.
That's your team. That's not my team. That's your team.
Yeah, that level right now, Mr. Webster play the ball game with me and say, okay, yes.
Yeah, but Conference League or Bush League, you know.
Conference League, are you Conference League and Bush League?
Conference League, everybody who can get in the Europa League and get in the Conference League or Conference League. So if you're playing in one different country, if you're England, for example, you're playing with Greg Lee playing, you won't get in the Conference League. Because only EPL teams get there. But if you get in another country, which is a smaller country, and you play in top league in the country, you have a chance to go to Conference League. So they want to give teams from other countries who may not get a chance to play at Europa League and Champions League an opportunity. So there's not a knock against Webster, but I wouldn't put Webster over Greg Lee. But Webster look good when he come play for Jamaica. Him look good.
Yeah, Cranky, him look very good, Cranky. He look very good, and I just have to applaud. I just like the growth of Richard King right now. I know we give him a lot of stick, Cranky, but improving decision making has improved, Cranky.
Yeah, but I mean, so there's two things you're assessing: how the player is playing, and then who's the player's competition. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying how the players playing, what level are they playing at, who are they playing against, and then who are they competing against?
So, but the Scottish League is not top 20 in the world, Cranky.
I don't know if Scottish League is top 20. They're missing something. I don't know actually. I should check that out. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for King if it's top 20 or not, because he played for Jamaica already. Yeah. But I have to check. I mean, it's possible. People think that Scottish League is about League One. That's what some people say. Our championship. There's always been question about that. People think that Rangers and Celtic can play Premier League. I think so. They probably get relegated.
Yeah, sure, I can.
Yeah, man.
I think they can't put Round 5 still.
No, man. I'm going to tell you the truth. There's always been an argument in England about what level is the... I mean, just think about it. Nah, man, Scottish League, Celtic does okay. They have all the money. Celtic and Scotland and Rangers have all the money in Scotland. But they don't really do great in the Champions League. They'll hold their own for some games. They do okay. But they're supposed to be big clubs. They're known globally. But for Celtic and Rangers, Aberdeen used to be a good team, and then Aberdeen fell down. Now Hearts look like they want to win this year. So, yeah.
Yeah, but loan out one of them young strikers to Spurs.
Yeah, but he's a
So-
20-year-old. He wasn't getting much game time anyway. Arsenal was trying to buy him, and he went to Spurs instead. An ambition. Anyway, someone says
But-
Spanish leagues are slightly above the USL. I don't know what they. I should get the ranking for all the leagues in the world actually.
Yeah, we can do, but I mean, relatively cranky. I mean, a partnership of defender, it always show class. So you wouldn't play a back three cranky, or you just will play a back two.
No, I like to play three midfielders. I'm not in the back three thing.
So why you? I know you love Ravel. So why Ravel is not in your starting team?
Robert is in my squad, but the thing is that I have gotten some good midfielders who are playing at a decent level to be in my team. If I didn't have Andre Brooks, I would have Ravel. But Andre Brooks to me is quality. So I gotta put him in my team.
So you think Andre Brooks can come up against Sadiq and Musta Sami? Come
Yes. I think so. Yeah, I think
You
so.
think so?
Yeah, I think
Cranky, you don't feel like you're qualified still, but we know you sit down there in yourself. You're the on the fence.
No, I gave us I probably improved my percentage. It went from 1% to about 5%, but it's now go about 5%.
Hey, Cranky, grade hard still, Cranky. Yeah, I remember when for YouTube space a grade hardness.
No, but I tell you, I'm gonna get Jamaica 5% to qualify.
All right, so hold on.
That's what I'm saying. If I pick the best players, then we can't have no team thing. The team thing now work.
All right, but hold on. No? If Mason Greenwood come in, how much more percent it can go?
Oh, we went from 5 to about 8. You know why? Because you have to get the ball to him. You can't. Wait, do something. No.
What is midfield?
First of all, Mason plays zero defense. You watch Mason play football? Mason's not even trying at Marseille. That's why De Boer's getting my problems.
So much goal though, Cranky.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it because he's not going back. So he never tired. He's not run back. If you have to play Mason, you should probably play a back five so you can have defense. Because Mason have played no defense. Mason plays zero defense ever. You go watch him play. No defense.
Cranky. What I'm saying, Cranky, right? Would you start him or you would bring him off the bench? Which one?
Oh no, Mason has to start. What do you mean off the bench?
But if he play no defense, or you
no. Mason has to start. What are you talking about?
No, but I said the team, play no defense.
Yeah. So
right?
you know, you tell the man to do some more midfielder who play right midfield to do some work, do some covering. Cover for him because I'm not run back. He must shadow. He must do the shadow defense thing.
So I get tell Andre Brooks for cover for him then.
Yeah, that's why you need Andre Brooks in the team and not Ravel, because Ravel can't run that much. Ravel now have the legs for run to do so much defensive work. Ravel Philip on the team, but when the team never start Ravel over Andre Brooks. I would start Andre Brooks.
Andre Brooks is very good though, Cranky.
Andre Brooks is a good player. He's a good player.
Playing at the Premier League too. A lot of people doesn't.
But when he played there, he was like 2019.
You're a virgin. Tell me I love your feet still, Cranky.
Who?
Tell me, agree. I love it. Andre Brooks, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a virgin. Tell me, agree. I love your feet. I say, I'm more on that midfield for Jamaica right now. They were the boss. Andre Brooks. Yeah, tell me, agree, man. You're a virgin. Tell me.
Well, he should be in the squad, actually. He should be in the squad. He's not in the 52-man squad, but he should be. I shouldn't say the word should. He probably will be.
No, but remember the boss is saying in additional 8 players.
Yeah. He have 8 slot.
Yeah, 8 slot. So we want to see whether the 8 slot they'll come more Cranky. But me feel like we're qualified, Cranky. That's just my opinion. I know you feel the same way, but you say if you qualify Cranky, more you Papa Champion, right? So on the show. And drink a nice Irish. All that sort.
I drink the same water may I drink?
No.
How we not qualify?
Cranky, I tell us you're qualified, Cranky. My word, Cranky.
I think you guys are underestimating Congo. And you like Jamaicans talking underestimating Congo. Yeah, underestimating Congo.
But Congo can get beat still, Cranky, really and truly.
No, look, how did Congo get here? How did Congo get here?
Then be all right. Me tell you how the goal score against Nigeria.
No. Even now you have to go score. How much Nigeria scored?
Why Nigeria scored first, and Nigeria lapped the defensive error, and that's all. Then
and Nigeria have Lookman and Osimhen and all them world class football. Well, we kind of world class. Look, man, in the work club, but we're a good footballer. Yeah?
But then lose against Algeria in the last minute.
Yeah. No, Congo, as a team, if you got Congo squad, all them players playing at the top leagues in everywhere. They the top leagues in the country, them playing.
But then, we're not gonna lie, still have a good team, Cranky. I'm not gonna say, but I think Jamaica can beat them, though, Cranky.
Okay.
I think Jamaica can beat them.
We'll see.
If the game go 80 in a 80th minute, it's still nil all, Cranky. I'm there, definitely think Jamaica will beat them, Cranky.
Somebody asked if anybody have watched New Caledonia game. All of a sudden, I did watch New Caledonia game. I wasn't impressed. But my understanding is that they're recruiting. That's my understanding.
Okay.
My understanding is that they're recruiting, but when I saw them play, I didn't walk away saying Jamaica can't beat them. I didn't walk away saying that. In fact, I think Jamaica should beat them. But Jamaica missed goal too, so on the ball round, so you never know.
Jamaica missed goal? I don't think Jamaica missed no goal.
I said Jamaica missed goals. I mean, we missed goal in Curacao, we missed goal in the last game at Stadium. In both Curacao games, we get about 7-8 chance. I'm going to put away none. We don't score a goal against Curacao now. We didn't score a goal in Curacao in 2 games. At their home, we lost 2-0, and away, we drew 0-0. So, and we had 4 clear chances in Jamaica, and we didn't put 1 away.
But here, we call it again, with Keenan Davis, you don't think we can finish those chances?
Keenan is injured. We're not sure Keenan is going to be ready. Keenan just got injured today.
How much week is out for?
We don't know yet. And just pull up fat.
Oh, yeah.
And plus, you're not having papers yet anyway, so that's not even a guarantee.
So what about Kadamachi? Would you start him against a physical Congolese defender?
Huh?
Kadamachi, would you start him against physical Congolese defender?
If I had a chance between Kadamachi and Nicholson, at this point, if Nicholson not playing football, I'm going to start Kadamachi. Kadamachi going to Wrexham. The question is, will he get game at Wrexham? He just got sold for £1 million. I'm sure if he wins at Wrexham, will he get game? That's the question. Don't know yet.
So will you be? So in the case like there's no striker that, so for instance, Keenan Davis is out. Kadamachi doesn't have a lot of game time on his hand. Who would be a next ideal striker?
Cameron Archer should slot in a centre forward.
But Cameron Archer shot, Cranky. Would you?
Yeah, but what you give up in height, you have in speed. We lack speed on the front line. Cameron Archer can get behind. Cameron Archer is exceptionally quick enough. He's just not playing enough football for me right now in the championship. I know people are saying Cameron Archer, but go look at Cameron playing time. He's not getting them he's on the bench a lot. He played well in the Premier League when he played in Premier League last year, but he's not getting the game time to keep sharp. He's getting game time, but he's not getting. Well, Nicholson not getting on game. I wouldn't start Shamar. Shamar not getting on game time. I don't think Shamar playing on football. I don't know where Shamar playing nowadays because when you put on transfer market, they can't find out. Now I see nothing on it.
Would you see make a move or not like that?
No, I think the Mexican league is still going. I don't see anything. I don't know. Maybe the Mexican league has slow. I don't know if they're playing now, actually. Is the Mexican league playing now? This is the last time I saw him, that's where he was playing.
So Kadamachi and Cameron Archer is the 2 next best
yes,
person.
because Roman Burrell is injured.
Oh my God, Cranky. I'm tell us him injured a long time, Cranky. Can you man then find a Cranky?
Yeah, well, we still play balls over him in Jamaica, so I don't know what you're talking about. Because somebody knows they don't get game time. We made some decisions on personnel which you have to scratch your head. Like we made emotional decisions versus we made emotional decisions following people like African and people, and I make decisions based on footballing reason alone and footballing reason. We make decisions based on parochialism and not on substance. And it resulted in negative outcome and people still can't learn from it.
Well, Rudolph Speedy, you have all it in your hand, Rudolph Speedy, you can be glory, you know. Even if you qualify tomorrow, I'm going to praise you as the God. And I'm going to say, are you the best thing in sliced bread? Even when get beat over a lot, they're cranky.
Yeah, but the team has done well in Jamaica year after year, so. But
Yeah,
I mean, it's not about Rudolph, you know. It's about who Rudolph have in his squad. It's not about Rudolph.
Okay. So you put the right players and give them the best opportunity and chance.
Yeah, I mean, probably chance maybe go from like 4% to 5%, and it's stuck right there. Now go higher.
Okay.
All right,
Anyways,
all right,
thank you.
Alex. Appreciate the
Yeah,
call,
that's
sir.
all I got.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes,
close it
sir.
down soon. I'll get up early tomorrow morning. All right, bless up, Alex. Thanks for the call. Alex, optimistic as the people. If Alex alone, no. If Alex alone, the Jamaica will have 50% chance we're through. You might say we'll beat Congo. Anything is possible, people. The ball is round. But please let's play New Caledonia first before we beat Congo. Because I know Jamaica want to play Congo right away, as if New Caledonia don't exist. Because people said the World Cup qualifier was a soup. Even when I look at New Caledonia team, I wasn't impressed. No people look at Jamaica team and not impressed either. Right? Yeah, I think we'll see what Kaz does at Wrexham. Wrexham have a good team, and they might try to get Premier League. So, but Millwall wanted him too. There were like 3 teams that wanted him actually. There were like 3 championship teams that wanted Conor Martin. So somebody must see some potential there. Cranky, have Snow Bishop in New York, call a man before 10 and drop on soon. Hey, people, let me tell you something. I shoveled snow the other day. I was looking for somebody now. I don't mind paying for shoveling snow because I have a few places that have to shovel. And I did some shoveling. I couldn't walk for 2 days. So I didn't do no more shoveling. So my nephew had to go to school, and we both had to go to school. Then I don't know I'm shoveling people. I'm done with the shoveling thing. I thought the shoveling would be like exercising. And I enjoy shoveling, you know. Unlike some people, I don't mind shoveling, but you can't do it no more. Father time catch up on me. New Caledonia plays a team, Jamaica don't. Yeah. Yeah, we know Reggae Boyz. We know how people like you are. If they're born locally and they have any kind of ability, they have to be in the squad. I hear you. Nigel say don't like Calamari is a poor finisher. He hasn't been scoring that ago. No, he's a good player. He's a good player. If people are, if 3 or 4 teams chasing it, they must see something that. So Nitro, them say if you take off the glasses, Nitro, take off the glasses. I'm old and washed up. Yes, I'm not gonna fight that. Nothing wrong. I'm seasoned. No. LeBron James is 1 in a million. Oh, by the way, people, I forgot to mention this. At least not of late, because I'm gonna close down soon. I have a show tomorrow. Hey, some of you guys are not good supporters of this channel. You know why? Because I talk Jamaica football on the company channel. See what I say? So tomorrow I have a show 7:30 with Dr. Dan. We're gonna talk about some diseases that affect blacks, because we want to think about Black American, just blacks in general, especially like Caribbean. Because we eat poorly in the Caribbean. We love the food, but the food, some of my food not good for me. We're talking about high blood pressure, hypertension, and we're talking about diabetes, which I think they have now type 1 and type 2, about 3 types of diabetes they have. So we'll talk about that tomorrow, 7:30. Join me and come listen, because some of you may think it's an old people disease. Diabetes is an old people disease. Young people have diabetes. If you have type 1, so that's bad, but if you have type 2, you can acquire it, right? Or you have pre-diabetics still, pre-diabetics. That's important for you to know as to how you get there. So join me tomorrow, people, 7:30. I'm hoping to do another show maybe on Friday, more around, how you develop footballers, right? Andre, before the game, if he's available, will come on and we'll talk about it. Because remember, was it last week I did a show on the role of a technical director, instead of walking you through those roles, and we want to do something more from a coaching aspect, just talking about and show some videos as part of the whole discussion, how you develop young players. And part of the reason that we see that we struggle in the Caribbean is a lack of adequate coaching. So I want to talk about some of them things there. I'm gonna drop I drop a couple of videos on people. Drop one video on Trump today. I drop another one on something about Richard Pryor. Go watch a video of them, man. And boost up the numbers. Campbell said Reggae Boyz in trouble because most of our players not getting any minutes for their clubs. Well, I wouldn't say that anymore, You have to be very careful with that statement, Campus. So, King getting minutes, Freckleton getting minutes, Lambakis are getting minutes. The question is, are they getting the right minutes? Bell getting minutes. Greg Lee getting minutes. Rico Henry getting minutes. When I worry about Andre Blake. Hayden is injury prone, frankly, getting older. But he gets minutes. Palmer gets minutes. Bobby Reed gets minutes. Andre Brooks gets minutes when he comes in that team. Louis Baker has been injured, so we don't know of his situation. We're not going to look Ravel play night bush. We can't find if he get minutes or not. We're not know why it's close for watch. Cutter Marty, well, he's going to Wrexham. He may not get any minutes. Tyrese Hall getting minutes. Tyrese Campbell's not getting minutes. Tyrese Hall getting minutes if he comes in. Gray get minutes. Bailey now starting to get minutes. They're going to get minutes, man. Some players not getting minutes like Lowe and Nicholson and Cephas. Why is it all the local players, born players, not getting no minutes? And Dixon. So Dixon, Lowe, Cephas, and Nicholson, they ain't got no minutes. And the local born players not getting no minutes on people. No say people not get minutes. John Ross not getting no minutes and Eden not getting no minutes. And I'm not getting no minutes. Pinot not getting any minutes. But look, some of them get minutes. Which teams you talking about, Nitro? We talked about the Knicks tonight. You talking about the local basketball team? All right, people. See the one Richard Pryor. I'm gonna go watch a video, people. And drop on video on Richard Pryor. What was that? Ted Dexter 2 days ago. Watch a video, people. He's getting it. Wendy, he's getting it. He's in the process. I should never say that to him because you know how me get embarrassed with them thing there between the naturalization process. I was still, but he's in the process. Oh, he did? He ain't playing for Jamaica then. Jamaica messed that one up. They didn't hold him for the under 20. I didn't want to call him for the World Cup qualifiers. So that one is gone. Probably going to play. Holland probably call him in at some point. We messed that one up. We have another kid who's playing for which team? He's under 20. You know something, we mess up the under 20 process so much. Can never get no good players. Are the quality players them when them young. Because the under 20 process is so screwed up. That's what happens. Because there's an under 20 player. I won't say which team he's playing for, but he's on the cusp of this Eredivisie playing for them big team there. And he probably should be under 20, but he probably won't be. Cephas wasn't getting no playing time when he worked on break. Yesterday on break, our winter season. You know what? Since I don't like talk, let me pull up Cephas numbers again. You know, I talk about Cephas. Playing time. Cephas playing time. He get playing time when he come to Jamaica. He don't get no playing time in club team. You get playing time when he come to Jamaica. Cephas playing time is in Jamaica, people. Not for his club team. Nobody fool you. Let me see if I can find Cephas playing time. All right. This is Cephas stats for the year, people. When you look at it, you know, let me make it wide, pull it up so you can see it. That's Cephas stats, okay? Playing as deal. A playing time that. You look at the stats, people. That's his stats. To the right here, playing time. You see playing time there? Like in team, I win. You know, MT no good either. That's the worst thing about team no good. See if let's come look at Dixon numbers. We can understand if your team good and you get no playing time, and if you that Arsenal get no playing time, that's understand if you're SA not get playing time, you're a big player. See if your team no good and you not get no playing time still. Let's stop the nonsense, man. If you playing for Jamaica, play for Jamaica, but you not get no game time. Oh yeah, and he has a lot of goals and assists, people. The goals and assists are a lot. Look at this. Look at the goals and assist numbers. See that? These dashes here, there must be it must be a mistake. But him can't score goal if you not get on game time, right? You not get on game time, so he can't score no goal. At Jamaica M team, so when you hear people like Maverick around their mouth, they don't want to look on the stats because the stats is not impressive. So then we are run them all upon you until you know we talk about you're a divisive person. And look when the man now get if it was any other team for anybody else, you say, boy, can't do that. Anyway. But this is not about beating Cephas, but He's a CFAS team is on a break. Yeah, they are on a break, but you ain't getting no game time. So, but they're on break, and no matter. What a bad yes, that is a Madrid jersey. I'm trying to help you guys win your knockout against Benfica. It's a Madrid jersey. I bought this jersey by mistake. I miss me. I wear my jersey. Because me Arsenal man, I'm not worry about it. Before the game, please elaborate on your comment. Before the game, since you can't read, before the game, you tell me before the game. We can't judge CFAS. Because if not play no football, we're not judging. We can't judge him not play no football. You can't judge somebody who not play no football before the game. Yeah? You can judge somebody who not play no football. What stats? See man stats there. The highest number of minutes in play how much? I see the red. In now we no game. In team now, when team get beaten, I not get no game time. Man take a break from football. It's cold in Russia now anyway. You can't play no football in Russia. It's like a Siberia there. But anyway, this is not about beating CFAS people. It may sound that way. It's not about beating CFAS, but it's not getting no game time. So when me and people are running them out on me, I say, boy, certain things, you have to laugh. I have people in my starting team. I mean, club hopping. Who's club hopping? What are you talking about? That's my starting team. Who's club hopping? There's no club hopping there. Please name the player who says club hopping in my team. The only player may be club hopping. He's not club hopping. He failed at Roma. Well, didn't fail. I have one player who's injury prone, who people are trying to get rid of, but they can't get rid of him because I'm injury prone. That's Bailey. Bailey is the only person went from Villa to Roma, but him get time at Villa, so he get play in the Premier League. A big player get time in the Premier League, in the Villa round of players. Exactly, Nitro. Totally agree with Nitro. With a nice sentiment thing. You're a player, you're not a player. Now, people, if you want to see garbage, read the statement. If you want to read garbage, read the statement. If you want to see garbage, read the statement. You can't go by stats. That's like saying, you know what? Don't watch the voting, who won the voting. Don't go by the stats. Look at the people are coming out to celebrate the politician because the stats don't matter. How they voted, the numbers don't matter. Oh, by the way, goals don't matter because goals are stats. Look at the player he's playing. He's very skillful. He beats a man. Don't use your optics. Don't watch the stat. Don't watch the assists. Don't watch the goals because those are deceptive. You feel like cussing. What's deceptive about goals and assists? And playing time. Playing time is part of the criteria. You listen to some people who say they're so knowledgeable because they want to sound so different and so informed, and they're just talking garbage. But anyway, before the game, give me a hard time. You get man to get your skin cranky. You don't get out of my skin. You're just talking garbage, and I hate garbage. Life is about stats. It's not football, people. Life is about stats. If you work for a company, they want to see how much revenue you generate, how much profit you make, how much sales you make, how much product you sell. That's stats. If Cranky go out there and he can smile in people's face and he's a nice salesman and he's great and he gets along with people really well, and you got to go watch Cranky work, and then he has no numbers at the end of the day, and his stats them not good, him not go get promoted. Him not get no big bonus. It's always to be nice. You have some salespeople who are nice and they talk really well and they're very eloquent. And when you look at this, their chart, they have no sales. Hello. Stats. When people say stats are not important, I am not saying you shouldn't have the eye test, but it's ludicrous and it's asinine to say you shouldn't look at the stats. I hear Maverick said the same thing. I must say Maverick night chat near Reggae Boyz. Something. I say Maverick said the same thing. He's listening to him thinking, what the hell are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. And then he want to use stats for suit for him purpose. Huh? He want to use stats. Why do you think people love Salah? A Salah stats, you know, assist and goal, because Salah don't play on defense. Oh, Lord. Well, no, I think Bailey's situation is this: that Unai sort of stopped playing with wingers, you know. Unai have this inverted right and left. We have Marcus Rogers and McGinn playing out because he can give you a Marlin between Villa is suffering from PSR situation. PSR is killing the team. PSR is meant to keep the big six where they are. That's what PSR does. Seriously, because people come in as billionaires, they have money and they can't spend the money. Just like what Newcastle are for Villa, what some American owners are. Newcastle have rich Middle East owners. Because of PSR, you're restricted. So then Villa try and negotiate. I think Villa lost, what, 70 million? 170 million. They lost a lot of money. But you have a 3-year window for fix that. So Villa have money problems. That's why them sell Douglas Luiz before. That's why them sell Milan more recently. Them sell a lot of players who don't want to sell. Them sell Ramsey because they got to satisfy PSR rules come end of May before the fiscal year end up. So they had to bring Bailey back because Bailey got injured at Roma. Roma didn't want him. They have to send him back. Name your greatest EPL 11 of all time. Just the EPL, not the older League One. Wow. That takes time. Wow. That's a tough one. Even the goalkeeper is tough. Goalkeeper, I'll have to go about a bunch of different people. It's hard to do it when people are still playing, right? So Peter Cech, goalkeeper. Alisson, goalkeeper. Schmeichel, goalkeeper. It would take some time. Nitro, we can do a whole show on that. Defenders, right back, center backs. Nitro, that's a show itself. You know what? We'll do a show on that. Best EPL 11. There's so many players. So many good players. Some positions are easy to me. Either you have Shearer and Keane and Owen and Rooney. I still think Henry is the best. Henry would have to be up front with Salah. I don't again dispute that. Left wing is a different thing. Some people say Ryan Giggs, but I don't think so. You know, I have enough stats to me. It would take some time. Hazard would be up there for left wing. It would take some time to do that. Midfield is a difficult one between Vieira and Keane, De Bruyne, Lampard, Scholes, Gerrard, Yaya Toure. There's a lot of players. We need time. We need time to do that. It seems easy on paper, especially if you prefer the older players, but if you're gonna bring the more contemporary players in there, the De Bruyne and the Salahs and the Hazard, it becomes much more difficult. I think Henry, to me, though, just in terms of his totality of his play, you know, Shearer has more goals. I think Shearer's got 260 goals. I think Henry, to me, just off the chart good. I think most people agree it's Henry, even though Shearer is good. Keane was brilliant. But we should do a show on that, actually. It's a good point. It's a good point to consider. We should do a show on that. There's a lot of good players playing in the Premier League. A lot of good players. I was going to do a video on the top five attacking midfielders in the Premier League. I'm going to do a video on that, actually, at the current time. Eto'o came to England when he wasn't at his peak, actually. I wouldn't put Eto'o in there. Ozil is too lazy to be put in there. Now put Ozil in there. Too lazy. Brilliant on the ball, useless off it. Yeah, Bergkamp playing a 2-forward line. So Bergkamp would have to be at 10. To me, the 10 has to be De Bruyne, has to be the 10. If you're going to pick it just based on position, De Bruyne has to be the 10. It's between... And then people, don't forget Kante, you know. Kante in 6, you know. So you may think about Roy Keane and Vieira, and you think about Kante. I don't think none of them, but in terms of Kante and the contribution he making up team, and a Leicester team to win the Premier League, and the way he played, Kante was a dominant CDM, you know. This is so small. There are a lot of good players who play in this Premier League, a lot of good players. So we should do a show on that. No, Van Persie is not in the list. Van Persie is not in the list. Van Persie not in the list. No. Those are other runs, as we call them. They're not in the list. Not in the list. Kante has to be in the time for Keane, yes. And part of the problem is too, when Keane played, Man U and Arsenal dominated, and they bought up Ferguson bought all the best players. Kante has to be in the argument. I mean, Roy Keane, yeah, people gonna say that, but they said Man U dominated, and then Arsenal came with the Invincibles. But to me, Kante was ridiculous as a CD. Yeah. SCN was good. Kante was good. The Chelsea team was very, very good. Ozil is lazy, but we love Greenwood. Yeah, the difference is that Greenwood give goals and assists. Ozil only give assists. And we love Greenwood, yes. But in my forward too. Ozil a midfielder. Don't conflate the two. I think Ashley Cole at left back. Yeah, I haven't seen a better left back than Ashley Cole. I think Ashley Cole at left back, hands down, actually. Drogba down the list. Drogba down the list. Ashley Cole at left back, definitely. Center half. That's a tough one. People want to say Ferdinand, Vidic, Terry, Adams. Adams was much slower. Even the current peer, Van Dijk has to be in there, center back to me. Okay, anybody say? Van Dijk and some people, nice center back. You may say Terry and Ferdinand, but they're not doing nothing England. Terry and Ferdinand are playing. But Van Dijk has to be in there. So either Terry or Ferdinand, somebody get dropped. Vidic, Terry or Ferdinand get dropped. Ashley Cole is the left back though. Let me just see. So we have, to me, it's either Peter checking goal, Peter checking goal, or Schmeichel, or Van der Sar. I don't know if people. Right back is an interesting one, isn't it? When you say Gary Neville, we never really rate Gary Neville that much. I just type think about midfield. Midfield, you have Scholes too. Think about the 8th position. Scholes have to be considered. Enough player, man. Torre probably than the 8, not the 6. You know, play the 6 at Barcelona. It's a lot of players for a lot of positions, and we'll do a whole show on that, people. I'm gonna do some research first and come back. Because stats are important, you know. So we bring the stats them, especially when you play forward. You bring the stats them. So here the complaint that we only support our favorites and denigrating people. When you're reviewing a player and their performance, and we hear that a lot nowadays with players, coaches look at both as before the game is alluding to, your offensive and defensive contribution, how many kilometers you run in the game. Some things are you can't see because it's not in the stats. So for example, when Damian Lowe got tackle and he miss, you can't stats. I'll give you an example because we checked the other day. But it's a stat sheet full up with tackle and coverage and headers, and you see the play where the goal give up because the person out of position, right? Stats don't capture that. So I'm not gonna say the eye test doesn't matter, but stats are imperative. That's why nowadays people, why do you think AI is like the way AI is now? Because life is about stats. And those of you who don't know this are dinosaurs. If you don't realize that life is about stats, and that's why the world has changed materially, because of information and stats and how you utilize stats in any sports, go any sporting discipline, anything in life, it's about stats. Basketball is stats. American football is stats. Track and field is stats. Or you run at the first 10, or you get to your drive phase, or you finish off, stats, people. You see, we break down the stats from 0 to 100 meters, every 10 meters, where you are and where you start, decelerating. Everything is about stats. So if you come on here talking about, well, it's about the eye test and no stats, you're a dinosaur. You don't know what you're talking about. And you don't like to hear that, can't help you. Life is stats. And in the corporate world, life is stats. In fact, it's more stats there. When they come to you this and say what sales you had this month, you say, well, I met 50 people. Well, what did you convert those into sales? But I met 50. I met 200. How much did you meet, John? I met 20. I have 10 sales. How much did you meet, Paul? I have 100. I have 5 sales. Who do you think will get the money? We get the bonus, the big bonus, the $100,000 bonus and $200,000 bonus. Stop. I said Mason Greenwood don't play defense. That's a fact. And Ozil, who I was complaining, don't play defense. Now, if I have the reason why De Berzy is giving Mason Green a hard time, cannot play defense. He bring in Enwaneri. I play Mason Green position. You know, Mason have great stats. But if you're Jamaica, where you can't score a goal, and Mason score a goal, and you hear this complaint for Arsenal, there are Arsenal fans and pundits who complain that Arteta worked his forwards too hard. There is a view that you only have so much energy to exert on a football. So therefore, if you're Saka and Martinelli, and you exert a play defense, where do you have energy to go forward? Now, someone will say, if you don't, you can cost your team. So there's a balance to be had in that whole equation. Right? Salah never come back, but Salah helped Liverpool win championship. Salah not play defense. I mean, Trent can't defend himself, but still, it makes it worse for Trent. So the right midfield have to come help to cover. Or the right centre half have to come help cover. It's a fact. I have this big argument, people, with Ozil and people who talk about Ozil and how much space him cover. Me and Apollo in England always argue about this. I watch Ozil and I look at the stats. His assist numbers are great, chances created are great. And Ozil run a lot when the ball was coming in his direction. He runs a lot off the ball. But when Ozil has to go defend, stop. Doesn't defend at all. And when you're playing in the midfield in today's football, we have to cover off space, not even individual man. And you can't get away at centre forward, you know. Hard to do at winger. You can get away with resting at centre forward. You can get away resting at CDM. It's hard to rest in the camera. Hard to rest in the camera. It's too obvious. Too obvious. That's why Maggie struggle in football. Maggie not playing on defense. That's why Tyreek Maggie can't stay away because he never learned to play defense when I play football. Those things are obvious. My head hurt me. People, let me just give you some education right now. Do you know why the NBA shoots so many 3-pointers nowadays? Huh? You think it's because of Steph Curry? I just got better. You know why they shoot 3-pointers? Huh? Because you have 33% more chance when you get the 3-pointer to get another point. Okay? Then shoot 3-pointers for a reason. That's when people stop, they must shoot so much 3 versus 2. If you can get to be an expert at 3 versus 2, you know your percentage normally less than 3. When they work at the percentage, if I'm shooting 40% from 3-point range versus 50% from 2-point range, I am better off. It's basic math. I can't help you if you don't understand those basic logic. Some people don't know what this person is talking about. Stats in business, stats in sports, they're no different. Because sports nowadays is business. It's not rocket science, people. It's so frustrating hearing this nonsense about somebody who thinks he's an informed person. He's ill-informed or dated. Anyway. And me here before the game, a key playmaker is secured 4 FA Cups. Let me say, record 96 and 20. And before the game, so here's where we drop the mic, people. Because the mics are made to be dropped sometime. And I drop mics, you know. Before the game, listen up. Hold this one before the game. This great player you're talking about before the game. This great player, at the height of his career, really high of his career. What happened before the game? Tell the audience before the game what happened. At the height of his career, playing at Real Madrid with Ronaldo and others and racking up assists. What happened before the game? What happened to Ozil? Before the game, let us know. Tell the audience before the game, since you're here extolling the virtues and the greatness of Ozil and all that he did. At the height of his career, what happened to him at Real Madrid? A team which is known to placate exceptional talents, and you're saying he's a genius. What happened at Real Madrid? I didn't know Real Madrid sell geniuses. And what happened to him when Arteta came in and wanted people to work hard and he couldn't work and he worked hard? Huh? When he was being catered to by Arsene Wenger. And what happened when Arteta came in and said, you know what? I gotta get rid of these people because you're not running enough. They say you're running, but you're not running anywhere. Anyway, he suffered an injustice. And so we start crying about injustice. No. He got traded. Nobody trading geniuses until they get old. Come on, people. People talking to people who are not informed. Huh? Ozil was a brilliant footballer. Nobody see a pass like Ozil. And Ozil doesn't run when the ball is not in his team's possession. But anyway, I'm going to close it down, people. It's been 2.5 hours. I have to run. I have an early rise tomorrow. I'm going to say this a couple of things. One is before the game, and Reggae Boyz, what do you call it, Reactor, thanks for joining. Love these contrarian views. Ozil is top-tier offensive player. Let's be clear on that. Top-tier offensive player. And what happened to him at Germany, too, after the 2014 World Cup? There's a reason, people. There's a reason. Anyway, yeah, top-tier, brilliant on the ball, and just as poor off the ball. But anyway. The man just says stats no matter. I don't even say that I'm just stats. People, let me just tell you this, people. Why do we have programs like Transfer Market? When you go to Transfer Market, what do you look for? Stats. How much minutes he played, how much goals he scored, how many assists he have. There's a reason why I stopped so Transfer Market and Opta and all these things become so popular, because stats matter. And if you don't know that, you are dated and you are destined for the pasture. It's time to retire and go observe people know what they're talking about. You're right? Okay? Stop this nonsense. Most stats don't matter. If you say stats don't matter, you're dated. In every industry in life that I know of, if you're in healthcare, staff matters. I'm going to give you those staff matters. I went to my doctor the other day. I got to go see him tomorrow again. And my appointment was 9 o'clock. No, my appointment was 9:20. And I got there at 9:10. Right? I need to fill out the paperwork. And I got there at 9:10. 9:20 came. So I signed in, 9:30 came. So I give myself max an hour and then I'm gone. You can't let me stay no matter what you do. In fact, sometimes I'm not even that generous. I think it's ill-conceived and you don't plan your stats right, why you can't make sure. There could be unmitigating circumstances, unforeseen circumstances why the doctor, run over the patient, right? Half an hour passed. I said, I went back to them and said, no, I'm leaving because my time is up. No, Mr. Spen, no, sir, no. You were seen 20 minutes. And here's what they do, people. And you should think about your doctor with this. God knows this is happening nowadays. Doctors get paid by visits. Every visit you go to the doctor office, $200 minimum they might charge, ideas. And they had tests I could do in one sitting. Seriously, one sitting. And they want me to come back 3 times to do 3 different tests. And I know I could do it all at the same time, right? I said, all right. 40 minutes passed. I said, may I leave? No. 50 minutes passed. So then my Jamaican side came out of me and I went to them and said, all right, bye. So wait, because I have to go back tomorrow, go back to the doctor again for another thing. I said, tell me what to do. No come by and they test them. I'm not come back in the office unless I test them I done one day. I don't have time to come soon. Me have come serve me YouTube audience. I don't have time. Come sit in the doctor's office. I not cough in a man's face. And if they're all day, I not do that. So me leave. And you know what? They're probably close to see me. I never really care. Me just leave. So then me come back. So me go back tomorrow. If me go tomorrow, and at 30 minutes, me I leave again. Me not, I think it's inconsiderate not to value my time. I mean, value my time. But anyway, the point I'm making, it was stats. The time is stats. The time is stats. And they should be checking how many times people ever stay above certain time. You get reviews. And I read reviews of any organization I go to, if they're available to figure out how people view them. And I will pass through the reviews to figure out which one I value, which one I don't value. But anyway. If he was English, I know. By the way, let me just put this publicly. Before the game, something happened in before the game's life. I don't know what happened, but if the player is English, they're graded on a curve, and it's not a favorable curve. Before the game, seemed to have something with the English. We don't know what happened. Maybe he has flashbacks to his ancestors. But anyway, by the way, people, before the game and I were doing a show, maybe later this week, Maybe let us see people talking about football, and you know what? We'll try to teach on football. Well, I'm gonna learn. He's gonna teach because I'm not a teacher when it comes to football. I'm a YouTuber. We don't know about football, we're told. But he's gonna walk through some things. We're gonna run some video, walk through some things, and he's gonna educate and inform. Someone who should come now. People like Reggae Boyz Reactive should come because he's behind the times. He's from the old 1940s when it comes to football. He don't believe in that stats. Hey, before the game, we asked you, do you believe in stats before the game? Be careful with your answer. Do you believe in stats? God, Reggae Boyz Reactor look like he don't know stats. The stats are fake. He come from the 19 when he used to peel orange instead of water. I say water give you cramps. He used to eat orange at halftime. Instead of hydrated people, they make you why people them backwards, you know. Make you eat orange instead of hydrated, you know, and make you drink water or drink some liquid. Oh Lord. I wonder how. Let me ask you that question, Tycoon. How many Spanish teams are in the top 8 for the Champions League? How many English teams are in the top 8 for the Champions League? How many Spanish teams made the playoffs, and how many English teams made the playoffs? How many English teams get to be in the Champions League? There were 6 this year. I don't know what you guys talking about. I'm sorry if you guys ancestors went through a very tough time in the past, and you have some English bias. I can't help you guys with that. I'm so sorry. Truthful. I don't know. Yeah, before the game, we all agree with that, right? I just explained when people out of position and make mistakes, like people don't run off the ball really well, they don't cover the gaps really well. You could say somebody had a brilliant game, and you go watch the game and like, yeah, the stats are good, but they missed this tackle here, or they did make this pass here, or whatever it is, right? Or the pass wasn't made with the right speed, at the right deftness, with the right touch. They overplayed the pass. It will come out in the stats as a misplaced pass, but it won't come out in terms of the opportunity that was missed because of that misplaced pass. So yeah, we agree it's both the eye test and the stats, but the stats are an imperative. An imperative. All right, people, my time is up. It is 2.5, almost 3 hours. First of all, it's always good coming to talk football. We're going to do more EPL football, though, because we have Champions League time and EPL time. And Arsenal doing well, so we have to talk football. I don't think there's any competition between EPL competitiveness and La Liga. And in fact, somebody sent me a show that was done recently. And by the way, it was a stat show. Really good show that walked through the competitiveness of the top leagues and the EPL. And there is no comparison. So even though Bayern is leading their league by 6 and we are leading our league by 6, if you go check the stats and how they compare and how the teams are doing in their leagues, there's no comparison. Real Madrid and Barcelona win almost every week. Arsenal just struggle and just won one of their last, 4 games? Man City won one of their last 6 games. They're leading the league. That's competitiveness. What are we talking about? Yes, Man City has won 6 out of the last 10 Premier League or whatever the number is. But no, the Premier League is very competitive. That's why you see teams are knocking off teams and nobody's running away with the league. You know, leading by 6. There's no comparison. Was glucose? No, you used to eat orange, man. Trust me, you used to eat orange at halftime. Maybe half orange. But glucose too. Yeah, them get glucose too. So that's a cranky. You're becoming a good football analyst. And embedded in that statement is that I'm not a good football analyst. So thanks for the compliment, Michael, but I'm not sure how to take the compliment. Because you know sometimes we have an inflated ego of our perspective on our knowledge of the game. So I'm not take that compliment there. I'll battle it and put it down. Just better mark. No, man, Premier League is better, man. People, go look at the chat. People. Last year, what happened? Last year, right? PSG won the league. Is the French league the best league in England or in the world? They won. Chelsea won the Club World Cup, didn't they? So PSG won the league. Chelsea won the World Cup, right? The the teams in England won the Conference League, they won the Europa League, they played 16 in the Champions League. Liverpool was the head team last year. I think we're like what? We're in the top 8. Come on, this year there's 5 English teams in the top 8. Tottenham, which is struggling in England in like 16, 17 place, is 4th in the Champions League. Got automatic bye to the next round. What are we talking about? It's not even close. If you leave Barcelona and Real Madrid, and a lower level you see Atletico Madrid, after that, look when Villarreal and Atletico and them team play any English team, they get slaughtered. There's no competition. Look at all it. Here's what you got to do. Go look at the head-to-head, because I looked at it the other day, between the English league and any other league. Now, the English league have more teams than Champions League, right? They have 6. Everybody else have 3 or mainly 3 teams. But there's no comparison. The numbers are way off. That's why Spain is playing its games in Middle East, people. There's a reason. They realize the EPL is so far ahead. People, if you have the most money, then you're going to buy the better players. And Sunderland come up and spend £100 million, which apart from the top, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, the 2 top teams, you think anybody can spend £100 million like that? Who just got promoted? Those things don't happen. Money buys talent. Now, sometimes money spent foolish like Chelsea sometime and Manchester United. But these teams come back quickly because they have money and they make a few good acquisitions. They're up there. There's no comparison. Stats means Jamaica having in a playoff because we outscored the. No, stats means Jamaica didn't score enough goals. That's why they're in the playoffs. They should have been in the World Cup directly. I think the Premier League is by far the best league in the world. It's competitive. I mean, we have Man City just win 1 in 6 people, right? We just win our first game of the last. Well, we draw with Nottingham Forest, we draw with Liverpool, we lost to Man U, and we dominated the Champions League. We won 8 in a row. Right? No team was close to us who played in the Champions League. We beat Bayern 3 at home. Come on, people. And Bayern lead the Bundesliga by 6 points. Come on, people. Come on. Anyway, enough of this. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you being here. Have a wonderful evening. As I mentioned before, tomorrow, 7:30, I'm here with Dr. Dan talking about some diseases, hypertension, and diabetes. Please join us, no matter what age you are, because these things are prevalent in the Black community. And then later this week, I'm hoping to come back with, before the game, who's in the chat, talk some more football, right? And in the meantime, we're not one-dimensional. We'll talk about more things. Arsenal plays against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Should be a good game, so, let's start. I won't do a watch-along because I'm running around tomorrow, doing some stuff, but we'll be here. So thanks for being here. Glad you could be here. Before you leave, hit the like button. Before you leave, if you haven't subscribed. Channel is growing. And thanks for the support, everyone. And I'll see you when I see you. So have a wonderful evening and peace out. Have a good night. Frankie Life is the best to be now. For the best sports talk and it's free, yo. Frankie Life will be your guiding light by keeping you informed both day and night. Frankie Life, tell them. Frankie Life, heed them. Frankie Life, want them. Frankie Life. From the coast to the field, we'll never lose because Cranky has the hottest news. With expert analysis, we break it down. Our in-depth coverage is best in town. Cranky Life, tell them. Cranky Life, heed them. Cranky Life, want them. Cranky Life. Cranky Life, where the sports is spicy and where we keep the discussion lively. Cranky Life, get to know the name because Cranky analysis is never lame. Cranky Life, give me my Cranky Life. I want my Cranky Life. Must have my Cranky Life. Whether it's football or track and field, Cranky is at the wheel. So join the journey through victory and defeat and subscribe and don't miss a beat of cranky life. Tell them, cranky life. Heed them, cranky life. Want them, cranky life. If you're from England or USA, from Kingston or Bombay, from Kenya or Canada, Lagos or Havana, visit Cranky Live. Tune into Cranky Live. Like up Cranky Live. Subscribe to Cranky Live. Cranky Live coming to you on weekdays. Cranky Live sometimes on Sundays. Pull up a chair and take a seat because Cranky will always bring the heat. Cranky Live. Me say fi tell them Cranky Live. Me say fi heed them Cranky Live. On them Cranky Live. Cranky Live will be around. Cranky Live is the best in town. Me say fi eat them. Me say fi want them. Me say fi eat them. Want them, eat them, want them. Cranky Live. Cranky Live. Eat them, want them, eat them, want them. Cranky Live. Cranky Live. Eat them, want them, eat them, want them, eat them, want them. Cranky Live. Cranky Live. Cranky. Heed them, want them, heed them, want them, heed, want, heed them.